Well, I'm taking my time. I'm just moving on. You'll forget about me after I've been gone. And I'll take what I find. I don't want no more. It's just outside of your front door.
They wanna rush in, cause a stampede. No handles, flying like a banshee. They use cheat codes, but we don't cheat though. No cliff notes, homie, we don't need those.
I'm just moving on. Well, I'm taking my time. I'm just moving on. Well, I'm taking my time. I'm just moving on. Well, I'm
Come on, and just take the high road. I'm trying to fly though, wanna touch the sky, but still lie low. Never watered down, even with the hydro. Vaporize the hate so I don't have to keep my eyes low. Hit Oslo, get it in Norway. Cleanse palates with the callous man sorbet. Doorways open up, yup, more cake. Soon enough the sweet turns sour, more court dates. We burn it down though, and just live it up. It sucks ass when they ask about a living trust. I don't have one, cause I don't have shit. And when I do, I'm probably gonna just stash it. It takes time for the interest to make sense. It makes sense for the linguist to invest. I've been blessed with the brain and some rhythm. Those hairs too square, I'm the tortoise and I'll win it. Come on.
my time. I'm just moving on. You'll forget about me after I've been gone. And I'll take what I find. I don't want no more. It's just outside of your front door.
Get on the plane, but no carry-ons, but we carry hope. No politics, but y'all should probably vote. Don't involve me, I live for the stereo. Right side, left side, middle path, adios. No label when you living independent. Rent is too damn high for my pension. Like the lottery, the way it just rubs off. Opposite of Jimmy McMillan, I take the gloves off. And take some cheap shots, fighting for the beatbox. I'm throwing down harder than the dude who beat Brock. I'm more able though, but still murderous. On the beat.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Khuckcast. I am your host, Mrs. KHuck. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Happy Tuesday. Hello, chat. We got a great turnout tonight. It's like you guys like this person. Like, what? No, that's great. We're showing Beatles some love. I'm excited. Yay. Oh, you know what? Let me turn my heater off. There we go. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello. Turn my heater off just in case. It is cold as shit here. It sucks. It sucks. It is so cold here. It's snowing in Florida. It's just, it's nuts. It's insane. Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, hope you guys are all doing good. Happy Tuesday. And Wookie, I saw your comment about Destiny. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get into that later. We'll get into that later, because I have questions. Hello, Saint of Salt. Hello. Beetle pins forced me at risk of being drawn pregnant. Well, I mean, that's fair. Hi, Saints. How are you? Welcome. Oh, man. Let's see here. Who we got here? Of course, the guest of honor, Beetle Pants, Clef 2 Pieces, Nintendo Mail, Cool Anime Girls, Wookie, of course, Zero Core. Who else we got here? Top Tomato, Gerald, is that how you just say it? Kevin Z. Am I missing anybody? Blake. Hi, Blake. Kangaloope. Olivia. Hi, Olivia. Howdy. Yes, howdy, Saints of Salt. Howdy, yes. Well, I am very excited to be talking to Beetle Pins today. I am very excited for this. For those of you who do not know, most of you do know Beetle Pins. Beetle Pins is an artist within the community, and as you can see, he made this lovely, lovely picture that I absolutely adore. It is amazing. So, 07s to him, please, for that. I love it. Now, I gotta say, though, if Aiden, Matt, or Diesel see this stream, I mean, Aiden apparently is all mad about it, so I don't know why. And Matt did too. Oh my god, I loved it when he revealed this to Matt. That was amazing. Anyway, sorry. So yeah, this is incredible. I love it. Thank you, Beetle, for this again. And also, chat, I don't know if any one of you saw this, but we have a goal. We have a goal tonight. If we hit that goal, Beetle will draw me as a pony. As you can see, I am a Care Bear, which I adore and I love. And you guys have seen it before, though, too. But he will take it one step further and draw me as a pony. Yeah, so there you go. Anyway, all right, chat. Let's get started here, shall we? I am very excited for this. Here we go. Hello, Beetle.
Hello?
Hello.
Check 1, 2. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm
Uh-oh.
AMSG and now my tummy hurts.
Oh, no.
I ate too much.
Beetle did not ditch. He is here. Can you guys
I didn't.
Yeah, he was eating a popsicle before stream and it
Yeah.
he's been enjoying the popsicle. Can
It
everybody
took me
hear
so long.
Can everybody hear him okay? Let me know if I need to turn him up
I
or
hope you
anything.
can hear me.
I think you can. My Discord thing is acting up. The Discord bubble thing. Hold on. Ugh, that's driving me nuts. It keeps. It's not coming
Okay.
up.
Apparently, I can be heard, so
Okay.
it should be good.
Okay, good. Okay.
I don't.
All right. You know what
Clef,
we're
I
gonna
don't
do?
sound like I'm crying. Please. Help.
No, please don't cry. No. No.
No, I'm not 11. I'm almost 21.
I know, paradox.
What do you want?
We were
Get
literally
almost
just
drink.
talking about this right before stream. That's funny. No, we were. Yeah, he'll be 20 in April. You said.
Yeah, April I'll be 21.
Well, happy early birthday. I hope that you. Yeah. Do you? Well, have you said when your birthday is? You don't have to. I'm just curious.
April 22nd, Earth Day.
Ooh,
Yippee.
Nice. Very cool. Well, Beetle, I am very excited to talk with you tonight. So how was your day? How have you been?
I was really fat and I ate like an entire duck.
A duck?
I went to a Chinese place with my sister and they do like a Chinese
Oh.
version of hot pot and I saw that they had like a whole duck and I'm like I could eat all of that and then I did. I think it was a half a duck, but
Oh.
and then we went to a Chinese market.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Okay. See, I've wanted to try duck. I just never have. I want to.
It tastes,
I've heard it's very fatty, though. That's the only problem.
it's a little bit fatty, but it actually it has about the same calories as a chicken. But duck I like more because it's a lot more. It's hard to make duck dry,
Mhm.
but the only downside is there's not as much meat on a duck.
Oh
'Cause
yeah, I've
it
heard
just
that
doesn't
too.
have.
Mhm.
Most of it is bones. I'm not British. I'm not British. I'm being one guide already. I'm gonna crash
I know,
out.
right? I was just getting ready to say, please don't get one guy. No, kidding.
I'm
No,
gonna
that's
crash
funny.
out.
Well, you know
So
what? They're
over.
here and they're showing their love. What is that? That shows to me dedication, man.
My accent changes a lot. I want to warn that because sometimes it'll slip into country, and I've never been outside of Michigan. And sometimes it'll switch to New York for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why, but
Oh no, it's okay. It's all right. Listen, I'm from my family all over, which I'm sure that you probably do too. So depending
they're
on
all from Michigan.
Oh,
They're
are
all
they?
from Michigan. I don't
Oh,
have
okay.
I don't have anyone outside. Well, if you like, as far as like ethnicity. I'm mostly Italian, and it shows in my nose. I've been told I look like a pasty, chubbier version of BB No Money.
BB No Money.
He's a rapper.
Oh, I'm sure
I'm
that I
not
probably
British.
know when I see him.
I'm not British.
They are. Jack, quit giving him trouble. Although they're showing
Not.
love. I mean, come on now. I mean, were you kind of expecting something like this to happen tonight?
I mean, it's better than the other chat where they asked me if I could do the Fortnite Kid song.
What other chat? Oh
That
no.
one.
Oh god.
Yeah,
You
I was
wanna
in
know?
another stream in Chris Speaks chat. I remember being asked if I could do the Fortnite song.
Oh. Oh. Why?
I can, and I can because I sound like the kid that does the Fortnite song. I sound
Ah.
like him when I do this song.
See, I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what this Fortnite song is or anything.
I can do the
No
Fortnite
idea.
song, Cool
But
Anime Girls. I can do it, but
now I will have to look that up now because I
yeah,
have no
you'll
idea what
probably
that
hear
is.
it here. What you'll probably hear it in memes and stuff. It's like I got a number one Royale, yeah, Fortnite. We about to get down, get down. You know that one?
Oh, this sounds familiar. Like
Yeah,
okay, that does sound somewhat familiar, but yeah, I did not know that.
yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll take your word
You
for
don't get the full song, all right? You got to give me $1.99,
one
like the
99.
iTunes
Oh,
money.
that's funny.
iTunes money.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be
Yeah.
fun. I'm
I
excited.
want to answer that duck does not taste like goose, by the way. It tastes like it tastes almost, I want to say like a sweeter version of chicken. And it's kind of, it's a
Hmm.
lot more, you you can't make duck dry. So
Yeah,
it's a lot better
I've
than
heard that
chicken.
too. Yeah, I've heard that too.
It's
I've
really
heard
hard.
that.
You have to
Well,
scorch it.
is it more? Isn't it more? Well, depending on where you get it, I guess, or what type of duck. I've heard this. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus! You asked for it. $2. Cool
We'll
anime
do it
girls.
at the okay.
Fortnite song
We'll do
beetle.
it at the we'll do it at the end of stream. The closing song.
Thank you.
We'll do
There you
the
go.
closing
Thank you.
song.
Yeah, thank you, cool anime girls. Thank you. I
Yeah,
knew
I'm
that was
giving
gonna
you
happen.
money, Khuck.
I knew it.
I
I knew that was gonna
got you
happen. I knew it.
$2.
I knew it.
$2.
I knew that was gonna happen. Yeah. $2. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Well, like I said,
You're already winning.
oh shoot. I am hold on, I'm trying to get my Discord thing fixed here. Hold on, give me a second. So I can actually, people can actually see you. Hold on. Give me a minute. It only takes a second. It acts up on me every so often and it's
God damn
annoying,
it, Hooper!
So.
Hooper!
Okay, well there's
I don't
you.
want to explain. I don't want to explain the inside joke, Cooper. Why did you have to?
What? Hold on, what?
Don't look.
Oh,
look.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
do, do I want to know? Do I want to know?
I was on Chris's stream. I think I made a joke about coming in to debate him about something because he used to do debates. And he
Oh,
asked,
okay.
he heard my mom on the mic, and he asked if my mom was hot, and I didn't answer because I didn't know how to respond. So now they think that my mom is hot, and now they're fighting over my mom.
Oh, dear God. No, when
They
you
won't
say
stop.
when you say Chris, you mean Chris? You said Chris Speaks earlier, right?
Yes.
Not Chris.
Yes,
Not
Chris
the Narc.
speaks.
Not Chris the Narc.
No,
right?
not Chris the Narc. Not
Although Chris the Narc, I'm sure
No.
that would happen in Chris the Narc's chat.
He
I'm just
probably would
saying.
do it.
Yeah,
He probably
but,
would. Yeah.
So for those who are not really familiar with Chris Speaks, I've never heard of him until you mentioned him off stream. Who is Chris Speaks? Is a lot like what is more Twitch poll, right?
He's an old friend of Beckett back when they did Twitch poll, from my understanding. And Chris does a mix of politics, and he does also drama. He has a very lovely voice, and he does VTuber stuff. But he streams pretty often, I think. But I do recommend if I usually mute the political parts because I don't care about that.
Mhm.
But his drama content is really nice to watch just because of his voice. I big recommend him.
Oh, okay. Is he still on Twitch or does he do YouTube too?
He's on Twitch and YouTube. He does both.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to if we can find his channel. Mods, if you can find his channel and link it in the chat, I'll give it a watch. Why not? Now, does he? How did you find Chris? Is that how you found Beckett too? Was to kill two
No,
birds with
I
one
it
stone?
was the opposite. I found Beckett because he was streaming about Lio. And then I
Gotcha.
started and then I I was afraid he would think I was a stalker, but I was just dumb. I found his old Discord that's from back when he was doing Twitch poll because he removed it now, but on his personal account I accidentally found because instead of Cope and Seethe, I typed a bucket of crabs and his old Discord invite was on there. And I clicked it and they were like, no one has joined the server in like a year. Who the fuck are you and how did you find this?
That's very
And
true.
now I'm just in there. And now I'm just in there.
That's funny.
And I just joined because I didn't know how to DM him on Twitter. I still don't know how to DM people on Twitter.
Really?
I just wanted to no, and I just wanted to draw his D&D character, and then I started messaging him. I showed him pictures of my dog.
Oh, cute. What kind of dog do you have?
He's not cute. I have
Oh,
a
he's
blue
not?
healer,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh.
he looks like bad taxidermy. He looks really bad. He's out of it.
Oh,
He's
come
gone.
on.
Sundowning. Brother, no. Okay,
Too
look.
funny.
I'll prove it. I have a picture of him where he's sleeping and his eyes are wide open.
Oh. Yeah, my dog has done that before too, but I guess that's more common with him.
He looks
Which
fully aware, but he sleeps sometimes with his eyes like glazed over and his tongue sticking out. And I'm like,
Oh,
are you
that's
okay?
funny. You would have said that to
Do I
me.
need to call someone?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
I'll
DM you some
sure.
pictures of him.
Yeah, if you like to DM me that and I can show it off, totally okay with that.
I'll show you
I'm totally for showing off the fur babies.
his one of his pictures I posted in a server and it became an emote. So for
Oh, really? Oh, that's funny.
I gotta
That's
find the
hilarious.
best pictures. My mom
What?
doesn't like any of the pictures I take of him because he's a freak.
Well, how old is he and what's his name?
His name is Blue, very creative.
Oh.
And he's God, I think he's like 12 or 13. He's real old.
Oh, wow.
He
Well,
was dropped off on our doorstep. So,
Oh. That's so
yeah.
sad.
He was afraid of everything. A beanbag would shift and he would like he would like ravage it.
Oh, yeah. Was he now? Did you guys find out if he was just like abused or was he neglected?
Yeah,
Either way, yeah.
he wasn't skinny, but he was like a good health, but he had like fleas attacking his shoulders. We found out that he was so in Michigan there's a lot of Amish country, and we found out that he was probably an Amish work dog that herded pigs.
Oh. Huh. How'd you
So
find that out?
now he does things that pigs do. He runs like a pig. And he like makes sounds like a
Oh.
pig. He does the snorting thing and you can hear it from like across the house.
How weird. Well, actually, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
But that makes sense. Yeah.
So when pigs run, their legs shift to the side while they run, and when he used to run a lot, he would do that.
That makes sense.
And he
I
has a
can see
really
that.
good nose. He has like a truffle pig nose. You hide a treat in a cushion and it's like under a bunch of shit, he'll find it. He will find it. He's found treats that were like in old boxes in the basement. It's crazy. He could be a drug sniffing dog.
Oh yeah. But no, that's actually really interesting. That's really cool. But yeah, I'm somewhat familiar with Michigan. I haven't been out there in years.
They
But
have
I've
a lot
been
of
there
cool
briefly.
stuff.
I remember going there
I,
as a kid, but I haven't been out there
oh,
in a long, long time. My parents used to have or rent out a lake house on Lake Michigan for like summer break or right before we started school. And we used to go there when I was like, oh god, the last time I remember being there, I think I was like 8 or 9, I think. So it's been a hot minute since I've been there. I would love to go back, but did you guys get hit with any snow or anything, or are you just having like frigid temperatures like the rest of us are?
uh, a little bit of snow. The snow that we already had on the ground is now just ice. You can't walk on it. It's like rock hard snow now. Whenever my dog pees, there's now like a frozen puddle.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have to. He
That
pooped
sounds
and I
about
couldn't
right.
pick it up in time, and it froze to the snow. So now we have to wait till it gets warmer to
Oh.
pick it up.
Oh
And we live in a
no.
condo, so now we're gonna get fined.
Oh
It's not our
no.
fault.
Oh god, I hope not. That would suck. No,
I
that
hope
would.
not either. It's stuck. I tried to pick it up, and it was stuck.
Oh my god,
It
I can't
was a
even imagine.
solid.
Well,
It was
it gets.
awful.
What's the coldest that it's got? I'm sure it's gotten pretty damn cold because you're, yeah, like you said it was
It
negative
depends if
15 right there
you're
right now.
right now it's negative 15, and I think in the Upper Peninsula it's like negative 30. Upper Peninsula gets like 10 times colder and like 10 times more snow
Oh my
the
god.
mitten.
Oh Jesus Christ. There ain't no way. There ain't no way. Mm-mm.
Let's see
Mm-mm.
here.
Mm-mm. Yeah, because
I love up north. It's great.
right now for us, it's 5 degrees, but the
Oh,
low is going to
shit.
be -1. That's where we're at.
It's
So,
currently, I think it says negative 25
oh my god, there ain't no way.
in the Upper Peninsula.
I don't know how y'all do that. There is no way. Oh my god. But
There's some people, a lot of the Upper Peninsula, people only go up there for like the summer or
mhm.
for like skiing retreats. It's very, very hard for people to like stay up there during the winter because you'll get like up to a foot of snow.
Oh, I believe it. I totally believe it. Yeah, we just I think you know this that we got hit with a big snowstorm like 2-3 weeks ago, and there's still the same snow on the ground, and there's still a lot of it. None of it has melted, and it's only, or some of it has, but not all of it. And the reason why it's taking so long to melt is because of the freezing temperatures that we've been having. And it's just, yeah, it's been nuts. This is probably one of the coldest Januaries I think we've ever had on record in Missouri. Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh no.
Well, because
Wow.
usually around this time of year we usually do get snow, but not like this. Not like what we got. No, no, not even remotely close. But anyway, enough about weather and stuff. So let's talk about you. Let's talk about you, sir.
Oh,
So you have been making quite a splash here in this community, haven't you?
I don't know. Maybe a little, just a smidge,
Just a little. You don't have Kristen Ark running
just a
scared.
bit.
You don't have. You don't.
No, no, I'm his friend. What are you talking about? He's not. Listen, I'm not the one that made him into a pony this time. Okay, that wasn't me this time. That was someone else. It's not my fault. I I avoided making fun of Xylee because she said she would block me on everything. Drew
No.
it,
Oh,
and then
come on.
someone else drew it, and then someone else
She.
drew it for me.
That's an listen. I mean, I don't blame you for being
MVP.
cautious. I don't.
I
But
don't
you
want to push
drew
people's boundaries if they're
fair.
genuinely uncomfortable with it.
No,
I only
she.
do it to Aiden because I think it's a bit. I'm like 80% sure it's a bit. I
No,
think.
I don't worry about Aiden. Just don't.
I
Yeah,
know no one
he's.
likes him.
It's not that no one does it. Oh, Jimmy 101 for 10. Here's some money, KHuck, and nice to meet you, Beetle Pins. I hope you have a great week and it treats you well, and keep on with all the great and busy work to do. But important. Oh, keeping on with all the great and busy work to do, but more importantly, have a nice and fun day, kid. Aw, thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Very sweet. Anyway, continue. I'm sorry. What were we talking about? Oh yeah. No, Aiden is an asshole. Aiden loves the attention. I'm just exactly. I agree
I
with what
know.
Gerald says. In the short amount of time that I've known of Aiden, he's just a kid, and he's just. I mean, it's not that he. I'm sure that in some aspects he could be taken seriously. I don't know. I have yet to see it, to be honest with you. And so, but don't worry about him, and I get it. But with Xylee, though, I don't think that she would have blocked you. She's had.
Probably not. But
Listen,
I don't
she's had. She's
skip.
had
I
worse.
like Siley.
She's had gender swap art made of her. Have you seen this? Of her and Matt?
I haven't.
Oh, I gotta find
Oh
that.
God.
Oh, I
Listen,
gotta find
alright.
that.
I pride myself on not drawing Beckett as a woman. I just drew him as a femboy. There's a difference, okay?
There you go.
I'm the better person.
There you go. There
Oh
you go.
no. Did you like the dog pictures?
Oh yes. I do have them pulled up. I'm sorry. We got. Oh, see, I told you. I told you right before stream this was gonna be all sorts of cray cray. I told you.
That's
Yes,
okay.
okay.
I
So-
understand.
All right. Let's see here. Yeah, exactly. Olivia just pointed out a good. Yeah. What'd she say? I think Xylee is keeping up the scary anti persona, and I'm not blocked. Exactly. Yeah, she ain't scary. But I also understand at the same time where you're coming from. I get it. I get it. But Xylee wouldn't
Yeah.
do that. If she were to, she'd do it for like a day and then be like, okay, I'm unblocking you.
No.
So yeah, she wouldn't. Yeah. Anyway, all right, let's show off Mr. Blue here, shall we? Let's do that.
Yes, I call him.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I'll share with you. Oh dang! Oh dang! Oh, there's Mr. Blue. There he is. Oh, he's a sweetie. Oh, I love it. He's so cute. Yeah, he's adorable though. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Here's the is this the one where it got made into a meme? Is this it? Mhm. Oh, it's not this one. Okay.
Yeah. No.
Oh, you couldn't hear him? Oh, I'm sorry. Can you guys hear him now? Here, keep. Okay, there you go.
Am I
They can hear
here?
you now. Yeah.
Am
My
I
bad.
live?
Sorry. You're live. You're live. We didn't lose you. Okay. My bad. Oh no, I love this one though. He's so derpy. I love it though. I do. I love it. I love it. I love it.
So silly. He sleeps
Oh,
like all
look
day.
at that one. Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, he doesn't. The crazy thing is that's not his eye bugging out. He has heterochromia where half of his eyeball is white,
Oh.
and that's why it looks like that. I only have one good picture where he doesn't look like out of it and filled with dementia and rage. Where you can kind of see his eye really well. Dude, he rages so hard.
Oh,
He
that's
rages at
funny.
me. He'll like randomly he'll start barking at me if I get close to my own mother. I like go to say goodnight to
Oh.
her and he's like screaming.
Oh,
I'm like, "Oh,
oh.
I'm sorry."
Oh, dang.
If I play Just Dance around him, he'll start biting my ankles. He
Oh,
doesn't
I
like
love.
it.
Oh, I love this
It's
one too. Look
aggressive.
at him. Look at him. Now, what's that in his
He
mouth?
thinks-
I can't tell.
It's an oversized ball. He likes the balls that were for our late golden retriever that were like too big for him. He likes
Oh.
toys that are like 7 times the size or someone's glove.
Oh, I love it.
His favorite toy is water bottles. We get like the Costco like water bottles and he will devour it.
Oh. Yeah, I've seen those. Wow.
Yeah.
I think I have anyway. It's been a hot minute since I've seen one of those. Okay. Oh, I had the two of the same picture pulled up. My bad. And there's this one. Look at that. Such a
Just a
sweet
guy.
boy. Yep, he's just a little guy. He's just a little guy, chat. I love
When
it.
he sleeps, his tongue sticks out, and it stays out if you awake him.
Love it.
I dog sit my sister's pets too, and she
Oh,
has
okay. Okay.
Gideon and Theo. Gideon is a mixed breed, and
Oh.
he's
Oh.
great. He's really stupid,
Oh no.
and he's really large. He's almost 200 pounds, and he thinks he's a chihuahua. So
I
he'll
love
bound
dogs
at
like
you
that.
aggressively. He'll
I
bound at people aggressively.
I absolutely love dogs like that. I do. I absolutely do. You know why? Because they are the most gentlest giants on the face of this earth. Some of them are. Some of them. I understand that most of them are
He's
not.
really gentle.
Yeah, yeah. Well, my
This
my
one's
sister,
gentle.
yeah, my sister has a purebred Rottweiler,
Oh, I
and
love Rottweilers.
she is the biggest derp dog, you name it, biggest dork on earth. She could not hurt a flippin' fly. She is just, yeah,
I
she's so
love those
sweet.
dogs.
She's very much a gentle giant too. I think that she's 175, I think.
Oh shit, that's a big dog.
Something like that. I know she's pretty big. My sister has been trying to put her on a diet and has been failing, but
Oh no, yeah, it's really hard to get dogs on a diet. It's really hard.
yeah, yeah. Well,
He's
with Pluto,
overweight. He's supposed to be 40 pounds, but he's 50, I think.
well, with Pluto, he is small for his breed, and or smaller, I should say. He's black lab, but we don't know if he's mixed with another type of breed. We think, and we don't know, that he could be mixed with like maybe some either blue healer or we don't, honestly, we don't know. We haven't gotten him DNA tested yet, but he's not full lab because he's not as tall as labs are. So he's, we just don't know what else he could be mixed with. It's a great mystery. We don't know yet. But he's got the little beard going. Oh, that's my baby. That's my buddy.
Um,
Yeah, that's
I
my
love
buddy.
it when dogs have facial hair. It's the best
Yes.
thing. I don't know why.
Yes.
It's just
He's
my
got no
grandma, she
grace.
loved Scotties.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love Scotties.
I
I
love
do too.
Scotties. They're just so I like how short they are. They're like stubby little guys. They look like old British people. You can't go wrong.
Very true. Very true. What do Wookie say here? Hold on, give me just a second. I left my phone and
Alright.
Makas and random Aussies were forced to listen to KHuck. Let's go!
It's so over.
Thank you, Wookie. Appreciate it.
I found the full list of rules of the internet, by the way. I lied.
Oh
It does not go
yes,
up to 36. It goes up to 80.
yes. Oh Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, we were talking about this a little bit off stream, and we kind of talked about it briefly last night. Let's go ahead and we'll talk about that, and then we'll get more into your origin story here. Okay, so
Oh,
you
shit. My origin
as
story.
as we were as we were, of course, going over Just a Robot, which I know you have opinions of and stories of, and we'll get into all of
Oh,
that, I promise.
no.
But you had also mentioned, and we briefly talked about last night in chat, about the rules, like Rule 34, Rule 63. And before
Yep.
stream, you had mentioned that you said that there's up to 80 now?
There's up to 80. The Internet Archive only goes up to Rule 36, but I found the rest of them.
Oh, God.
Most
Yeah,
of
I
them,
wanna
most of them are, I can like read through them quickly because none of them are paragraphs. They're just short sentences that can be read pretty quick, and we
Oh,
can talk about them.
okay,
There's
yeah,
a lot
sure.
of good ones, and then there are some that are wild. We'll start with Rule 0, which is very base. Don't fuck with cats.
Okay, okay. I
You
can get
can't go
behind that one.
wrong.
Yes.
Um, Rule 1 is a 4chan thing is you don't talk about /B. Uh, Number 2 is the same thing.
What's /B? I don't know.
I can't remember what /B is.
Okay, well, you
/B
know what? We're gonna look that up
4chan.
because I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's from
I think
Reddit.
I think
You
it's
said?
just bored. No, 4chan. I
Oh,
think
4chan. Okay.
/B is just bored. I'm pretty sure. I don't think it has a specific one. It's just like the whole board in general, I'm guessing.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's see. 4chan. Excuse me.
Because
Looking that up
4chan's
right
an
now.
old board site, so it goes
Random
slash
board.
B and then
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
The
Okay.
most autistic thing.
Okay. That's not. Boobs
4chan
and
is
balls.
wild, dude.
I appreciate that. I
Yeah.
agree, Reese. Boobs and
You're
balls.
welcome.
Yeah, that's based.
Yeah. Rule 3 is we are anonymous, which is kind of true.
Okay.
Rule 4 is we are legion. And it means as in the principle of many stones make a mountain type legion.
Oh.
Rule 5 is we do not forgive, we do not forget.
Okay. Okay. All right. That was
Rule 6 is
terrible.
anonymous. Anonymous can be horrible, senseless, uncaring monster.
Okay.
Yeah. Anonymous is still able to deliver. There are no real rules about posting. And there are no real rules about moderation either. Enjoy your ban.
Okay.
Slash board is not your personal army. We can skip through the ones that are about that, but there's ones that are like, no matter how much you love debating, keep in mind that no one on the internet debates. Instead, they mock your intelligence as well as your parents.
True.
That's true.
Oh my god, that is so true.
Yeah,
That's
anything
such a
you
great
say
way of
can
putting it.
and will be used against you.
Yes.
Anything you say can
Yes.
and will be turned into something else.
Yep.
Do not argue with trolls. It means they win. The harder you try, the harder you will fail.
Yep.
On the
Agreed.
internet.
But
If
sometimes
you
it's fun to
fail in
fuck with
epic
trolls.
proportions. It is sometimes. If you fail in epic proportions, it may just become a winning failure.
Yes.
Every win fails eventually. Everything that can be labeled can be hated. The more you hate it, the stronger it gets. Nothing is to be taken seriously. This one's like a very like long one, but it says original content is original for only a few seconds before it's no longer original, which is kind of true. You know, copy pastas.
Oh, yes, I agree. Yes. 100%.
Relation to the original topic decreases with every post, which I feel like is very true.
Yes.
You see that a lot with like TikToks, I think. I don't have TikTok, but I'm pretending I have it.
I did, but I deleted it and now I can't get it back.
I downloaded it. You can actually. There is a way you can. I downloaded TikTok for like a day, and it was to look at the bug insect content and the knitting content on there, and all of a sudden I just started getting like Russian half-naked men chopping wood, and that became my entire feed, and I don't know how.
Why does that not surprise me? That does not surprise me.
I just
in the
wanted to see
slightest bit.
bugs.
It does.
I just wanted to see bugs.
Top Tomato's like,
That's all I wanted.
Top Tomato's like, excuse me?
It was half naked, like Russian, like really buff men that were like in kilts, and I'm over here just like, okay, but crickets.
Can I just
And then
have
I
what I
deleted-
came on here for? Jesus Christ.
And then I deleted TikTok to say leave.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah,
That's
I
all
can't
I
get
wanted.
Well, I tried going to. I have an iPhone. I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not. Maybe.
Oh, you can get TikTok. You can re-download it if you change your region. Download it and then change it back in the App Store.
Oh.
So you can get it back if you really want to, but you're not really. Like, let's be real, you're not really missing anything.
I mean,
YouTube
I
Shorts
had it
is basically the same thing.
Yeah, I had it for like my friends who some of them post
Oh,
like, different TikToks and stuff on there, but they're not like as they don't post really on there a whole bunch, and they never really did. So I mainly just had it on there for them, and also to watch my sister's TikTok, which is hysterical. But over and over again, and I laughed my butt off about it. Long story short, she has a TikTok where she was back. Oh God, when was this? Like 2-3 years ago. She got my nephews for Christmas an Oculus, and her and my brother-in-law were testing it out in the basement, and she's playing a game. She's never done this before, and she's playing a game, and she just went boom right into the wall.
Oh shit.
It was the
No.
funniest thing. It was so funny. But I'll tell you what, though, she made bank off of that. She made some good money off of that, though.
Dude, if I posted the video of me getting dragged across my sister's house by her dog, I feel like I'm
Oh my
fat, by the
God.
way. I was like, when he was able to tug me, I was still like 260 pounds. He was able to pull me across the kitchen floor.
Holy shit.
I was basically a mop. I was a fucking mop.
You were a mom. You were...
Dude, I could have worn you see those like ads where it's like a baby, but their like onesie has a Swiffer on it, like a Swiffer pad on it? That could be
Yeah.
me, but bigger.
That could be.
I would cover so many more yards.
Jesus Christ.
I'm the new power washer, okay?
Oh,
You
I
don't
love
got
it.
shit.
This is such a good idea, and I'm not being sarcastic in any way, shape, or form. I am loving every minute of this right now. This is amazing. But anyway,
See here.
So briefly, back to
more
like where
rules.
you like with. Oh yeah, go ahead. Go continue with the rules. Go ahead.
Here, I'm gonna read. How about this? Because there's 80 of them, and we're only at 23. How about I read like the best ones?
Go for it.
Get
Yeah,
through it
go for it.
easier. Let's hear. Always question a person's sexual preferences without any real reason.
Okay.
Always question a person's gender in case it's really a man. On the internet, men are men, women are also men, and kids are undercover FBI agents. Girls do not exist on the internet.
What? That is so random.
Sorry.
What?
And then
What?
those are all separate rules, by the way.
That's funny. Bro.
Rule 34 is if it exists, there's porn of it, which is the one that
Yes.
became a website.
Yes.
And then
yes.
rule 35 is if there is no porn of it, porn will be made.
Yes. Yes.
Here's one that always haunts my dreams here, is no matter how fucked up it is, there's always something worse than what you just saw.
Very true. Very, very true.
Let's see here. There's something about Desu isn't funny. Seriously, guys, it's worse than Chuck Norris jokes.
Wait, what isn't funny?
Desu is like it's a Japanese word for something, and I can't remember. It's Tubi.
Gotcha. Oh, gotcha.
And I can't remember the meme of it, but because this is a long time ago. Rule 42 is nothing is sacred.
Very true.
Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
The internet is serious fucking business, and the pool is always closed. I have to agree.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris is the exception. There are no exceptions.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's very much a Chuck Norris. Yeah, uh-huh. Very much a Chuck Norris saying, yes.
Here's the one John got a fetish from, is for every male character, there is a female version of that character, and vice versa. And then there's always porn of that character. This one, I feel like... This one, okay, I'm gonna say Beckett lives by, is if it exists, it has lore. If it doesn't, there will be. The longer the lore around something, the weirder it gets. If it has lore from alternate timelines, especially if the main lore is copyrighted by a big power-hungry corporation.
Dear God! I mean... Wow.
Here's one. 90% of fan fiction is the stuff of nightmares, which is very true. I used to read fan fiction in middle school. It very much is.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. The internet makes you stupid.
Yes. Yes.
It's
Very,
always
very true.
if something is popular, there's brain rot of it. If something is popular and there's no brain rot of it, it's coming soon. And
Mm-hmm.
the last rule, of course, is gore is always present on the internet, which is very true.
Yes, that is all very, very true. Yes.
And then
Those.
there's links for like what every rule is. There's like links for like the in-depth
Wow.
lore of that rule.
Of course there is. Of course. Why does that not surprise me? But
But
no,
those
hey,
are the rules of the internet.
those are not really that. I mean, yeah, some of them are a bit off and weird, but I mean, what else is new? That's not. It's not
A lot
anything
of them
that.
are true, which is a crazy
Yes.
thing. Even in 2025, a lot of them are very true, and it scares me.
Yes. Yeah.
I,
No, I agree. I agree.
I,
Well, let me ask you this. So obviously like I said, let's go back to like your origin story a little bit here, shall we? Let's go.
oh
Let's
boy.
go.
Yep.
So the usual question that you've seen some of my streams before, which by the way, thank you for being a supporter. I
I like
appreciate
watching
everything.
your streams.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But my question is
I watch
this:
them while I
so
draw.
how would you describe yourself in one word or less, if you could? For those that may not know you very well, or you want them to get to know you that are going to see this stream later, what is the best way to describe you?
This one's very original. Extremely autistic.
Uh-huh.
I I have I'm still working on getting an official diagnosis, but in
Mm-hmm.
the words of my psychiatrist, I aced it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I was
All
told
right.
by my own therapist that I aced the autism test,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't have a lot of the aggression issues, which is why it's harder to diagnose me. I'm very
Oh.
anti-aggression, and usually that's like one of the bigger like telltales, especially for men with autism. But women with autism or AFABs with autism, their aggression
Mm-hmm.
doesn't show as much, and their breakdowns are harder to find, especially in older age, because older age, a lot of women, because they're diagnosed so late, they already learned how to mask, so it's harder to figure that out. But I was homeschooled,
Oh.
so I never learned how to mask.
Ah, yes, that makes that okay. I got you.
And
I got you.
I wasn't no one knew that I was autistic until I started getting told that I have it by other people, and then I did research into it, and then everything kind of came together on why I act strange.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
feel like my sister knew early on and she would call me autistic, but I was so sheltered I didn't even know what that meant.
Well, here's the thing, right? Is that again now that term I know gets thrown around quite a bit, not just online but in the community. Everyone thinks that to a certain degree that they're autistic. I even think that I am to a certain degree. I'm not gonna lie. However, it can be used as a form to be fun. Yeah, there are some people like
Yeah.
just a robot who use it as
Yeah.
excuses for their behavior, and there are others out there that do the same thing. Does that
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't want to get like too sensitive or think that you're too sensitive or anything, but does that kind of make you a little upset by that, or do you just not
It
care?
makes me it makes me a little upset, but I understand why he uses it. Uh, to be clear, a lot of people I found when they're this isn't a generalizing thing. I don't want to seem like I'm generalizing every person with autism, but
Mhm.
from when I would take uh when I got into college, that's how I would get all of my research papers to read because they would have like a free library for that kind of thing. Um I can't remember the studies off the top of my head, but there's a few of them that kind of explain that if as an autistic person, if you're usually nurtured a certain way, you'll be more prone to like using it as an excuse. Because
Mhm.
a lot of the time, parents. No, I'm talking about people like Jar specifically. He had like really, really specific family patterns.
Mhm.
Like in regards to Jar, uh, he he talked about how like sheltered he was and how his parents were, and a lot of the times they'll always like try to excuse their kid by saying they have autism,
Mm-hmm.
especially sheltered Christian families. I found
I've
from
noticed that
personal
too.
experience, but
Yeah. No.
they don't want to make it seem like it's their fault, so a lot of parents, Christian, extremely religious parents, that they'll kind of like think that they can use it, but the difference is that you learn,
Yeah.
you'll be able to learn, but sometimes it's harder for people to learn. I
Yes.
feel
Yeah.
like I did kind of okay because I was homeschooled, but I had the internet, for the worse or
Mm-hmm.
for the better.
Yeah. No. No. I
So
get that. Yeah. Yeah. But you don't seem like the type that. I mean, it sounds like, and I'm not trying to sound mean in any way, shape, or form with this statement. I promise you, I'm not. I hope I will make sense when I say this. You don't sound like you were that sheltered enough to where you were actually brought up in a real world, like you actually went out and touched grass, you know what I mean, and you actually got to
yeah,
experience things. And it sounds like that you at least had that aspect. Unfortunately, there are some kids out there and even adults who
I
have
really
not had that
don't. Yeah,
experience, who really don't get that experience very often, and it's really sad, and
it is.
that's
People,
why I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine.
yeah. I was sheltered in the sense kind of by my own actions. I was the one that chose to be homeschooled, for example.
Mm-hmm.
My dad gave me the choice because he would travel for work. So it was like either I go back and forth between like homes and I go to a school, but it was just more convenient for me to do homeschool.
Oh, I
So
see. Gotcha.
uh
Gotcha.
when and I didn't like parties and I didn't like going to family events because it would get so noisy. Despite my voice being very high pitched, but I have trouble with high pitched sounds, which is very ironic.
I do too. Not gonna lie. I think we all do. I
So,
think we all do. Yeah. No, I get it. No,
but
I think though
it it
that's the difference though, right? Is that again,
yeah,
like we just mentioned. I think with you in particular, yes. Do you have some form of it, and are you aware of it? Yes, but you've actually acknowledged it. You make yourself better for it, and you don't let that bring you down.
yeah,
Essentially, you use that,
yeah.
and I mean this. I honestly think that this is true for like you and for others that do this. You use it kind of as a superpower. Is that fair to say? In a way.
I think so. I mean, like, yeah, I do want to say though, I do use my autism to excuse certain traits of mine. Like, for
Mm-hmm.
example, walking on my tippy toes, or the fact that I I hate shoes, so I wear flip-flops in negative 20-degree weather.
Okay. I mean,
Stuff
I've
like
heard
that,
of worse.
texture issues.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get it. No, well,
Clef,
that I
are
understand.
you
Yeah.
trying? I feel like Clef is trying to get me to go into being a YouTuber.
I was
I
gonna say,
don't.
are you gonna
Why do
become
you,
a VTuber?
Clef?
What?
I mean, I thought about my dad. My dad is like really into my art, not the pony stuff. That the stuff I choose to show him. I
Fair
don't
enough.
want to show him the other stuff.
Fair enough.
He knows
You do
I'm a
for him.
furry. I was a furry though when I was a teenager. He knew about that stuff because my sister outed me. We were at dinner and she's like, "Hey, Dad, do you know what a furry is?" It's like,
Oh no. Now,
and then she proceeded to lore dump about furries. The
oh Jesus
fuck?
Christ. Oh God. Well, okay, and that was actually going to be one of my questions to you too. Um, you're more like for those of you who are for those that are starting to get to know you, not just in this community, but also that know you more, or you're more well known within the ACC. Is it and you're what is it fair to say that you're more of a furry artist? Is that how you got your start? Or did you develop your art
I
from there?
did. My arts. Okay, so I've been doing art since I was like 10.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I started by drawing art of Undertale.
No,
I was
I
really
love that
obsessed with
game.
Undertale.
Love that game.
And I actually, hold on, wait. I can go on to like my old Facebook and show you my very first digital art drawing, okay? And you can show this.
Yes. Okay. Yes, I would love to see it.
So when I was about 11 or 12, my dad gave me my first digital iPad with Procreate. And my first drawing was Undertale in like a Jessica Rabbit outfit, and Sans playing the piano. Not as a shipping thing, I just thought Sans would play the piano, and I feel like Undyne would sing to Alphys in the background. And I was like, yeah, that's based. And then I drew it.
Oh, I love it. Oh, that sounds amazing.
Dude, I drew so much art over the years. Oh my god, make it stop. It's so bad. It's everywhere.
Well, I mean,
It goes so deep.
Well, while you're looking, oh, I bet. Well, while you're looking that up, well, with that, I mean, unfortunately, sometimes, and sometimes it's rightfully so. I guess it just depends. But the connotation of being a furry artist, right? That sometimes can, for those that are not familiar with that type of art, they can be kind of, thrown off.
Can be
that,
very.
You know what I mean? Because of like the connotations of being a furry, they can be
being a furry often like implies being into them sexually.
Yes.
But and like sure, when I was a kid, this is really stupid. I had a crush on Throttle from Biker Mice from Mars.
Biker Mice from Mars.
So I guess you could. It's like an old I think it's a 1998 show. Hi, Bloom. It was just really buff mice, alien mice, rat men.
Oh my god, I remember this. Oh my god. You just unlocked something from my childhood. Holy shit.
Yeah, Throttle's the brown one. I really liked him. I was obsessed with his bandana.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Which one is he?
The brown one with the green, like neon green glasses and the bandana.
Oh, this
and
one,
the leather jacket.
I thought that was
I had a crush on him when I was a kid.
I thought that was
it wasn't because he was a furry. It was just because I liked his voice and he was a buff man. I was like, okay, I see you.
I remember this. I do. I very much do. Okay, hold on. Am I sharing my screen with you still? Hold on. No, I am not. Hold on. I'll share with you. I'll show the rest of the class. That him?
Oh.
That guy? This guy in the red bandana?
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Bruh, that unlocked a memory for me. Oh my god.
I probably have an old sketchbook drawing of him from like when I was like 10.
Oh my god. Wow.
Oh, people are saying I get it.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it now too. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like, look, okay, he's just a werewolf rat, alright? Now it's normal.
Fair.
A were-rat.
But this picture is flippin' adorable. I love this so much. That is so cute.
I thought about redrawing it sometimes, because that was like 2018, I think?
I love that so much. I love this. Now, when did you do
that
this in 2018?
That was my first drawing. Yep.
Oh, I love it. That is so cute.
I would post, before I posted, actually, now that I think about it, I think my really old DeviantArt is still up for people to look at and cringe at.
Oh boy.
And I remember when I was a kid, I would draw like nothing but Undertale, and the reason why it started as Undertale is because the goats, the Azrael. No, don't A-log me.
No A-logging. No, please don't.
You're gonna find. I drew art for like art comment. My very first fan art of a YouTuber was the name's Junkie, and he's a character.
The name's Junkie. Now, are they from?
He was also ACC. Yes,
gotcha,
he was also ACC. He got into drama for, I can't remember this. It was during the first Hopeless Peaches drama with Creepshow Art, where I think, oh, I think someone lied about Toby or something, who was someone who made a video on Creepshow Art, and then and Creepshow responded positively, but then talked behind her back, and then Toby got thrown under the bus or something for drawing something involving My Hero Academia. And Junkie, Manga Common, and I think one other person, I don't think it was Jar, I think it was someone else, made a video on it. And then Junkie threw someone under the bus, and then, like, all of his lies came out. Heaton Mitsuru, made a video back in the day about it that's probably still up.
Now, how long in total would you say that you've been a part of the ACC?
I've been watching animation meme community and art commentary community since I was maybe 11 or 12. Definitely animation meme community, which kind of overlaps with ACC because so much drama happened in there.
Yeah.
So I want to say I actually found the animation meme community through Sans fangirl YouTube videos. And essentially what those were, it is when
it's okay. You're all right. It's okay.
I'm sorry, this is really funny. So
go ahead.
A bunch of 12-year-olds would make furry OCs that were dating Sans the skeleton from Undertale. And then those kids would fight over being Sans's boyfriend. And they would make, like, animated killing videos over it. And that's actually how Cinebear03 started. And Birdie.
Really?
Those two started. Yeah, Birdie and Cinebear started as Sans fangirl accounts. And that's how they started off, and that's where, like, the animation meme community kind of overlaps. And
gotcha.
Cinebear03 used to be called Scootaloo Loves Sans, before they changed it. And she had, like, a furry version of Scootaloo that would age as she got older. And she had, like, her own lore of this version of Scootaloo, and that's kind of how she started. Birdie started by just being a Sans fangirl and making animations with her bird character.
I see. Okay, I gotcha. Well, because the only thing
I never actually made an account.
The only thing that I've ever seen of Birdie's was, and because, of course, okay, again, and we kind of briefly talked about this, and I think that you know this a little bit from the times that I've briefly covered, like, Jar and some of the people from the Kumo and all of them from the ACC to a certain degree. Now, like I told you earlier, I usually have left that to, like, Not Recording, to Beckett, to Leia something, to other content creators within commentary that have been covering it here and there, or when it all first blew up last year. All of them were mostly jumping on that train, which rightfully so. I mean, do you? But I was so intimidated, and still kind of am, by everything related to ACC, because there is so much.
I don't blame you. Girl, the lore goes back to 2015.
Wow.
Because it overlaps with so many different communities. Because I feel like this is how I found ACC. Is I found it through Ponder Sprocket, who was involved in the Jar shit by being the person Jar made extremely uncomfortable with.
Yes, at the VidCon. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Ponder was involved in slideshow commentary, where Doodle Tones and a few other of her friends originated. Essentially, I found Ponder because she started doing videos on DeviantArt rants, which is where most of them being, like, children would make ranting videos about someone stealing their OC, whether it be through a pose theft, color stealing, name stealing, and like design stealing, and there would be like 30-minute long videos about how this person stole their OC or traced.
Oh,
And
Jesus
Ponder would
Christ.
make videos responding to these as like a professional artist, because I feel like she is a professional artist. I think she talked about before graduating art school, I think. And she also makes comics that are available to sell, which are very good. I like them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it kind of all overlaps in all of these smaller like communities, because ACC overlaps with animation memes,
Right.
and they
Right.
also overlap with DeviantArt ranting,
Is
which
it?
had people like
Well, let me ask you this though. Like with you mentioned the DeviantArt, and the meme
yeah,
and the meme community and all that, and of course the ACC. But more people within our community anyway, and because of everything blowing up the way that it did last year, mostly people are just mostly hear ACC or know of ACC, right? But
right.
would you say that there's like what is the difference, if there is any, between the three? I know that there's probably more, but you mentioned those three right off the bat. So what is the difference between the three communities, if you will?
Uh, so animation meme community is different in the sense that it has drama, but that's where the art commentary community kind of overlaps,
Yeah, yeah,
because but animation meme community started way back. I think Ponder made a video talking about it, and I think there's memes dating back to like 2007 or
mm-hmm.
2008 with a meme called Tongue Wiggle. But essentially, it's just short animations that make their characters dance to music or skits and stuff. Um, Usually, there's like different genres. Oh, the reason why it's like a really bad place to be as a kid is because a lot of animation memes have like really either overtly sexual tones or sexual undertones.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where Cindy kind of got really fucked up as a kid, because she would do memes that are titled stuff like "Who's your daddy?" or oh, there's another one,
Oh
but
Jesus.
where she would essentially animate her 14-year-old version of Scootaloo dancing in a bikini, and everyone at the time thought it was normal because we were all kids thinking,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is just or this isn't gonna fuck me up later on,"
Well,
but it does.
yeah, because we as Jar mentioned in the video that in that picture that she drew of herself in that bikini, I think I know which one you're referring to. She was
Yeah, the
14 at the
animation.
time. Yeah, she was 14 at the
Yeah.
time, and to us, to that's, I mean, and that's where I think that the line is kind of, and that's where it gets kind of blurred a little bit, right? Like on one hand,
Hmm.
you're expressing your artisticness to a degree, but at the same time, you're 14 drawing yourself like that or other people like that.
Yeah.
That's a little much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a little,
I
yeah.
it's a little bit crazy. Like, I wouldn't post a lot of my art, but when I was a kid, I had an obsession with drawing anatomy, and I still kind of do.
Mm-hmm.
So I would look at a lot of anatomy books, and anatomy books, they're for, scientific learning, so they would
Yeah.
have a lot of like nude pictures and stuff, and I remember I would like re-sketch those out, but at the time I just saw it as something fascinating to learn. I never posted any of these.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I
No,
feel
and
like the big difference is with animation memes and stuff, the entire point of them is to be tittillating to the
right.
viewer, and that's where it gets really fucked up.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. And I think that that's where again the line can be that's where the line is drawn at, right? To me, I'm sure
Yeah.
for others it's different or it could be about the same, I'm not sure.
It's different
But
for a lot of people, and then it depends on cultures too.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly. because again, well, I think I've mentioned this before. Like, Lil Huck is becoming a drawer or an artiste herself, right? Like
Oh,
she's
clean.
there's a picture that I'll have to show you. I don't know if you saw it or not. I showed it on stream the other night of her drawing of Luffy from One Piece, and
Oh,
it is amazing. And she did it freestyle, and she did not trace or anything. I'll show it again. I don't care.
oh.
I'm a proud mama. But
Be a
that
proud mama of your kids' art. That's gonna make them want to draw
exactly,
more, and they need
exactly.
hobbies other than TikTok, man. They need more.
No, I will. She's not been on TikTok, nor will she. No, 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 no,
Clean.
no, 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 no. Mm-mm.
Just
But
keep her with non-digital hobbies until you want to buy her. If you want to buy her like starting like digital art stuff, I know some cheap options that won't hurt your bank too
well,
much.
oh, okay, yeah, no, that's an idea. Well, we right now she's more into like hand drawing is what she likes to do.
Yeah.
So she's been more so doing that. But we've thought about
I
getting
also
her
have a
like a drawing
good
tablet.
yeah, there's ones now that can convert into digital art. So you
Yeah.
which is I tried one and it does work pretty well actually. But I also have if you want like really good semi cheap like art supplies,
Mm-hmm.
I recommend Blix art materials. You can get pretty good sketchbooks. My dad he bought me a box of these sketchbooks in bulk, and I still have like 20 of them left over, and they're really good
Oh, that's
quality.
so cool. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we got her for Christmas and her birthday because her birthday is in October, and of course for Christmas, um, we got her like a whole bunch of like different drawing stuff. Like we got her some books, we got her some coloring stuff and some notebooks and
I
stuff
used
like
to
that.
love those drawing
And
books, dude.
she has worn out almost all of them within like a matter of
Oh yeah.
months. Yeah, she goes through them like crazy.
Yeah.
But in a good, but she uses them obviously for drawings and stuff. But there was one drawing that she's been. She just blows my mind with how she can just pick that up so quickly. She did not get that from me. I can tell you that right now. She
Yeah.
did not get
That's how
any of
my
that from
dad
me.
was, dude. My dad was always like freaked out by all the shit I drew um and he's always impressed whenever I crochet because he has trouble with that, you
Mm-hmm.
know. I
Oh
I took a
yes,
knitting class with him one time, and
yes,
he
you're a big
kept
knitter.
getting
I
up and
forgot.
he
I almost forgot
yeah I
that.
am. Don't say that. That's a
What?
slur.
Really?
You can't say that.
Really? No, I forgot that
I'm
you like to.
sorry.
Okay, fine. That you like to crochet. Excuse me. That you like to crochet.
Well, no, I do both. I do both.
Do
It's
you?
fine.
Do you? Do you? No, that's
Yeah,
fine.
I
That's
do. I do
cool.
both. I do both.
No, that's cool. That's really cool. No, I have you made anything that you like to show, or you just like to keep that to
Oh,
yourself? That's okay if you do. That's
oh
okay
no,
if you want to keep it to yourself.
I show a lot of my projects. Shoot, I gotta find. I
Hmm.
think I posted it in another server.
Oh, cool. Okay.
My sister, she likes my knitting, and her boyfriend wanted a hat, so she asked me if I could make her a sheep hat, and I did, and
Oh, I
I
love
made
it.
it in 2 days.
Killing
Because
me with the
I made it in
hospitality.
2 days because I wanted to get it done before I meet her.
Y'all are killing me
Um,
with your talents and stuff. Like, stop it. Oh,
but I had an
it's
early start. My dad knew how to knit, so he taught me. And
that's
when
cool.
I was like, I was a toddler, I think. I don't remember how old I was, but
Hmm.
I was still a kid. And I had trouble with it. And then during COVID, I taught myself crochet with YouTube videos.
Yeah, that's what Lil Huck has been doing as well too. She
I can
learned.
link you so many how to draw
Oh,
channels
I bet
that'll
you
like
could.
help her in
Yeah.
the long run.
Well,
I have a whole playlist.
she said that she did a tutorial of the Luffy picture, and I believe it because or she may have just looked it up on Google, knowing her, and just traced it from there. But yeah, she said that she got it from or she learned how to do it from a tutorial, and I totally believe it because I mean that's the good part of YouTube right there, chat, is that you actually can find
Tutorials.
tutorials and stuff to actually do something creative. That's the that yeah. So I'm all for that 100%. Yeah, well, also one of my other favorite artists in the entire world, Squatchin. Um, she makes a lot of cursed art herself.
I love
So,
making cursed art.
oh, she loves
It
it.
either gets
That's
really
her thing.
positive
That's
or
what
like
she
really
does.
angry reactions.
Oh, she
It gets
she thrives off of that. Are you kidding me? She
I
loves
love
it.
it.
Like the Bow Blacks one. Hold on. The Bow Blacks one. Hold on. Let me show it. There you go. Like the Bow
I
Blacks
think
one.
I saw the Bow Blacks one. Oh
Hold on.
no.
I'll show you again. I'll share it again. Hold on. Yeah, like this. Come on now. That is. She loved every minute of this. Are you kidding me?
My God, I love that, dude. I love
So
that.
that is for a thumbnail that she did for Mike the Bike for his new song for Dude
That's a
Looks
good
Like a
one.
Lady. Yep, sure did.
That's a
Yeah,
good one.
I love that one so much.
I did send you some of my knitting.
The hairy back sells it to me. True. Oh yes, I'd like to show that off.
It does.
Oh, you know what? I think I've seen these before. These look
Yeah,
familiar.
I think I posted them in your server.
I think you did. Yeah.
I think I posted them in the
'Cause
server.
these look familiar.
I also
yeah.
I made a Christmas tree sweater that I never ended up finishing that it has some of my crochet work. I think I ended up giving up on the sweater thing, so I turned it into a tote bag.
Y'all are killing me with your. Stop it with talents. Wish I could do this half of this stuff.
It's listen. I suffered so much with crochet, dude. I suffered so much with it.
Oh, well, yeah.
I'm
I've heard that
left-handed.
it's not easy. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
And I'm not only left-handed. So here's something really complicated I learned about the tism. Is a lot of autistic people, they have no dominant hand.
Mm-hmm. Are you
where-
ambidextrous?
Yes, it's not ambidextrous. I learned it's something different. So I can't write with my right hand. However, I do everything else with my right hand. Like, I learned how to knit and crochet right-handed, but I write left-handed, and I draw left-handed. And I also, like, hold my spoon and my knife in my right hand, but not my left hand. So it's very confusing. And that's also why I have trouble telling my lefts from my rights.
I mean, we all do. I mean, come on.
It really sucks when I'm still learning how to drive, because I didn't like driving when I was younger. So I never learned how to drive until now, and my dad's teaching me. And it's gotten to the point where now he's driven with me so much while I'm trying to learn that he also now confuses his rights and lefts.
Oh, that's funny. I always get them mixed up too. I hear you. I do. I mean, we all do to a degree, yeah.
It started off with him being like, "You really need to learn your left from your rights, kid. You really gotta learn." And then it goes from, "Okay, now turn left." I turn left. He's like, "No, I meant right."
Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. Well, I'm looking at some of your. Oh my God, your art is amazing. I absolutely love it.
My very first project was a baby's blanket, for my teacher in high school.
Oh, very nice. Very cool.
It's very raggedy, and I feel bad.
Olivia, I would be a terrible rally driver. Same.
Oh my God.
There ain't no way. Oh, I love this. I like the llama and the sheep. Look at that. I love it. That's so cute. Well, you know what? I'm sure that I could probably learn how to do this if I had the patience or the time to be able to do something like this.
Once you learn how to do it and you can go really fast, it's really fun. I can go.
Oh yeah, but
I can crochet extremely fast, but I knit slower.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, I can. I've heard that. I've heard that knitting. Well, which one would you say is? Would you say that they're about the same level of difficulty, or which one would you say is harder to do? Crocheting or knitting? For you.
For me, I would say, even though I started knitting at an early age, I would say that it's harder because if you make one mistake, you have to undo a lot.
Oh,
A
yeah.
lot more than crochet. Because crochet, you're working one stitch at a time. But when you're knitting, you have all of the stitches all on your needles at once. So if you drop a
Gotcha.
stitch and it goes down quite a few rows, you either have to use a crochet hook to pull it back up, or you have to like take all of those rows out to fix a single mistake.
Oh, I see.
But I like knitting a lot more because it feels like a machine. Beckett made me do that monkey one, by the way. Beckett asked me if I would make that.
We're showing these off because the first piece that I saw of yours, we're going to talk about you for a second, and then we'll go back to ACC. I promise, chat. Oh, we're all over the place. I know, but you know what?
All over the place.
Welcome to a KHuck stream, okay? Just saying.
I had more pieces before this. I deleted quite a few of my old ones because I used to be known by a different name.
Okay, let me ask you this. You bring up a good question that I had.
Yeah.
I've noticed that a lot of, and it's not just with ACC, but, you know, other YouTubers have done this too. But I've noticed that with some ACC members, like yourself, and you mentioned Cindy, they go by different names. Why did they change their names?
Cindy, for example, changed her name, I believe, because she stopped being a Sans fangirl, and her YouTube name was Scootaloo Loves Sans for, like, the entire time. So when she wanted to rebrand into just a regular animation YouTuber, she changed her name to her DeviantArt name and her, like, other social media name.
Gotcha.
Birdie, I'm pretty sure was the same reason why, because her name was just Birdie, but now she uses like her main name, Damaged Coda 6669, I think.
Now, is she still online? Is she still making content? Because I was asking that last night. Or is she like completely off of the radar, completely gone?
Birdie went offline because of all of the shit that came out about them, like everything.
Now,
a lot of this stuff was already known because Birdie has both a very tragic and like scary story, but also a lot of the stuff when she turned 18 was brought upon themselves because they brought light to it. I part of me feels bad for Birdie because of the stuff that happened to them online when they were a kid, but a lot of the other stuff they kind of brought upon themselves, and they're not that great of a person, and they had some very early on questionable signs. But they were very unhinged, and they ended up essentially Birdie. When they moved with Cinny Bear, they started couch hopping with Cinny Bear's friends at their job. And eventually they realized how much of a slob and how much of an attention whore and how much of a shitty person in general they are, so they got kicked out of the house. And I'm pretty sure after that the person they were couch surfing on like exposed them for like everything that they didn't already know about, but like the reason why it's tragic is because Birdie was A-logged since they were like 12. A 12-year-old kid, and that's why, because they were like clearly a mentally ill kid that needed help, but either wasn't accepting help or didn't get help from anybody. Yeah. Which is why they probably are the way they are now.
Yeah.
But when you're A-logged like that, even as an adult, it's extremely stressful, you know?
I can't even imagine. I really can't. And yeah, I do understand where you're coming from in the sense that as a person that has compassion, of course, and I know that you do, and most of us do, to a degree. Some of us are evil, sick fucks, but that's just a given. Yeah. I mean, we all are to a certain degree, I argue. But for those that, all jokes aside, but for those that unfortunately don't have that great of an upbringing like what Birdie had and maybe some others had too, maybe Cindy didn't either, sounds like that Jarb may or may not have, who knows. You feel for them in that regard because of course you want to feel for them, and that's just perfectly normal. But then you see what their actions have led them to, and they're like, okay, when are you going to take responsibility for your actions that are causing these issues? Yeah. You know? But
You want some like logical reason, I feel like, to
yes,
understand what they did as well.
yeah, yeah, and
You
there
know?
it's
Like you want to be able
unfortunately,
to understand.
yeah, exactly. And I think and you want to be able to somewhat empathize a little bit more than what maybe you normally would because you want to be able to, again, like what you said, you want to be able to understand it. But unfortunately,
Mhm.
that's just not how
Some things
some
you
people
just
operate.
it
Yeah.
doesn't work like that. No.
Yeah. Like with Jar.
Uh
Okay. Speaking of Jar, by the way, we're going to talk about Jar. We're going to talk
oh
about
boy.
Jar briefly, but I told you this earlier. I messaged you this last night. Chat, remember when we were talking and watching the video and Jar happened to mention a cat? I about freaked out when I realized who this was. Um, and Jar
Mhm.
mentioned a cat that did his thumbnail work. Remember this, chat? I'm waiting for someone
I
to.
remember it.
Yeah, okay. Chat, does anybody know who the cat is that they were referring to? I'm still so sorry, KHuck, for not connecting. Oh, yeah. Kulami goes, no, you are fine. You are fine. Does anybody know what the cat that he was referring to is?
I
Yeah,
know who it was,
I was
but
pissed when I found out. When I realized who it was, I was mad. Mm.
yeah.
The cat,
I did.
the cat that they were referring, or he was referring to, was Cat Magical Porpoise Cat, our cat. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that cat.
Yeah.
I'm
Uh-huh.
pretty sure that's why. I'm pretty sure that's why Diesel had her on the stream on his
Yep.
stream about the jar apology.
Yep. Because I was sent it. Cool Anime Girl sent it to me last night. And I started watching it and I saw a cat in the call. And I'm like, oh, okay, well Cat's usually been there before on his streams, you know, hanging out. She usually just hangs out with him to play D&D or something, and I just figured, oh, she's in the call. Cool. Nope. Didn't put two and two together that she was the cat in that until I started watching more, and I'm like, excuse me, what?
Yeah.
Excuse me, what? Yeah, that's no, that is not cool. No, no.
But I'm pretty sure Cat is the person that originally leaked that. It wasn't Jar. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
Cat sent it to Chud. I think. I
Well,
think she did. I don't
e-
remember now.
well, either way, she had every right to, in my personal opinion. I would
Honestly.
no. We stand cat in this house. No, no. Mm-mm.
Part
Oh,
of
that.
the reason I had a visceral reaction to when Jar said he had a gender bent fetish, not because of the fetish alone, but because if you look at some of his thumbnails, he had thumbnails of himself like being gender bent for video thumbnails, and all of those the artists that worked on it is the thing that made me like visceral about it is they probably didn't know that he had a fetish for it.
No,
And a lot of those, and if
probably
those
not.
artists are like safe for work like I am, it's like really like gross to think about because it feels like you were almost violated is a strong word, but
Yeah,
something like that word, but less.
yeah,
Because I
yeah.
remember when I was just starting out
Fooled.
commissions and I
Yeah,
would get
fooled.
like
You
requests
were fooled
for
or whatever. Yeah, or yeah. I get what you
yeah, I
mean.
would get like I would like know that I would already know I've been on the internet for a long time, so I was like, this is probably a fetish art. But
Yeah.
they would like try to pass it off by see, they're not naked. They're not naked, so it's safe for work. And that's not how it
Mm-hmm.
works.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing though too, right? Is that artists like yourself and love Mishi, and Cat and Squatchin and Empress and all these other wonderful artists in the community and Twyla Midna and others that are all of you are so fucking talented. It makes me sick. The fact that somebody would do that just it's ridiculous. It makes me so mad. And now
I
listen,
don't.
there are artists out there who do that kind of stuff, who do NSFW art and do that kind of thing. By all
They have
means,
a
do you.
stronger stomach. They got a
Yeah,
strong
yeah.
stomach and it makes the most money, unfortunately.
Well, you know what? the thing is that all power to them. You know, if they're willing and able to do that kind of stuff, I mean, all power to them. But
I have full
it's
respect for them because they're able
oh
to
yeah,
stomach it.
oh yeah, wholeheartedly. I agree.
I
I
can't.
think I've always more power to those artists that do that kind of thing. But to find out later that they were, it's no, that's
That
disgusting.
yeah,
And especially
because
with
you're
what
under.
he
It's
did to
under.
her, nope,
Yeah,
nope, no, mm-mm.
because the unfortunate thing is that when usually it's the commission is agreed like before you start it, so you're told what they want you to draw, and you're given the premise that it is just for a haha funny thumbnail, and then it's like uh and then like later and then you like later find out that those were like false pretenses. It's just
Yeah,
eh.
yeah, I agree. I agree. Well, and
It's
that's
also
the other thing.
concern about
No, go ahead.
it's just like also the image of him and manga common being gender bent
Hmm.
also kind of makes me like okay, I get joke art, right? But
Yeah,
now
I
we
do
know that
too.
he had a fetish for it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
one
It's
of my really kind of morals about drawing like memes like that is if it's like something like two people kissing or something or like a meme image around shipping, I feel like I have to kind of like ask if they could ruin the joke for the other person to make sure they're okay with it. I don't want to draw that without someone's like consent, as silly as that is.
no, I get that. Yeah, and I understand that completely because again, you don't want to take advantage of that person and draw them in a way that they're not going to be comfortable with, you know. And
Hmm.
I totally 100% understand that, right? Like if you were like, okay, let me ask you this. If you can say, and if you don't have to say it, but what would you say if you could was one of the weirdest commissions that you had ever gotten, but you had to turn it away?
Oh God. When I turned 18, I was like really excited to make more money by drawing prawn, and I thought I
Mm-hmm.
could stomach it. Turns out it only took I think two pieces to make me say no, I'm done. But I got a request on
Oh.
Twitter, and it was before I was stupid enough. My first commission that I had to turn down was I was stupid enough to not make a TOS beforehand about NSFW art. So immediately I got a request to draw uh I- shoot, it it was a fetish art, and I think it was like it was ABDL they wanted me to draw, and that's like something that I really don't fuck with. So I told them no, and they started to like they got really mad about it, and they were like, "Well, your TOS doesn't say anything about ABDL." So, and I
Mm-hmm.
was like, "TOS, what the fuck is that?" I didn't know what that was at the time.
I'll explain in a minute. Don't No spoilers. I'll explain in a minute. Go ahead, continue.
I- so, the person they wanted like, oh, geez, I'm trying to remember the exact words. They were very like articulate.
Hmm.
They sent
Hmm.
me before I even agreed to it. They sent me like a 3 paragraph long description of how ABDL gear, and they almost sent me references of ABDL shit, and I was like, oh god.
Now,
And I
what
blocked
is
them as soon as they said no.
for boomers like me? What is ABDL?
Uh, adult baby diaper lovers.
Oh my god!
So adult people that would dress up in diapers
I
and
knew
wear
I was
like
gonna regret asking
baby
that.
clothes. Yeah. It it makes it's one of those things that like makes me extremely uncomfortable.
Mm.
Yes, Benzen, yes it is. I
Hi,
so
hello, Benson. Welcome.
the the Matt Pitt one and the Diesel one is also back there. But I
Fucking
had to
Matt
put the
Pitt
Aiden
one.
one because
You killed me when you revealed
I
that
didn't
Matt Pitt
know
one. Oh
I
my
didn't know who
god.
Kinetic Kel was. I didn't know. Just
I
thought it was some
was
Twitch e-girl.
dying. Oh my god! When you sent that to, I think, did you send that to Core or did you send that to Beckett in the middle of the stream?
So Beckett, I think, asked me in the middle of the stream to draw it. He was like, "You need to be ponyfied," and I was like, "I'm on it, boss. I got you." And I worked on it while I watched the rest of the stream. The reason why I make these for free is because they only take me about 10-20 minutes. They don't take that long.
Oh, gotcha.
Um,
Gotcha. I was gonna say, how long does
if
it
they
usually
took
take you? Because it's usually not that long.
yeah,
Okay.
most of them only take 10 or 20 minutes.
Gotcha.
I feel like and obviously if I was offered payment I would take it, but I like drawing stuff for Beckett to weaponize. It makes things fun.
Yes. Yes, that is very true. And I will explain what he's evil little. I love Beckett though. I do. I'm so
Beckett's
happy
an
that
evil
I got
cunt.
to know him. I'm so happy
I
that
love
I got
Beckett.
to know him. He's great.
I've been trying
but,
to get him to play video games with me, but he's busy all the time.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
tried to
He's
get
that
him.
man.
I
Is
want to play
swamped.
Marvel's Rivals with him. I want to
Oh,
play
that would
Marvel
be
Rivals
fun.
with him.
That would be fun.
And
I
Diesel.
miss
Diesel
yeah.
didn't see my DM about wanting to play with him.
Mr. Huck has been playing that, and he loves it. He absolutely loves it. But then again, he
It's a
also
fun
loves,
game, and I don't know anything about Marvel, but
Oh,
I know
really?
some of the characters. No, I never watched the movies. I read some of the comics because I like the art style, and I wanted to study the art style so I could draw like it. But I never really, um, I never really watched anything like it. So
Gotcha.
I never got into the movies. I know the characters. I know who the characters are. I just never got deep into the lore.
Well, one of the first actually pieces of art that I saw of yours was this one. And I'm going to show the rest of the class. Hold on, give me just a minute.
Like Chris the Narc one. Yeah.
Yeah, this was one of the first ones I saw. Now, I knew that you did art for Beckett and stuff. I knew that much to a certain degree. But this was one of the first ones that caught my attention. Now, let me explain something. And I don't know if you were here that one night or if you had been on my channel yet at that point, but this, I had, oh God, when was this? A couple months ago. I had messaged Beckett if I could react to one of his videos. And one of the stipulations that he told me that I had, the only way that I could do it was if I had this picture in the background.
I love that.
If I had Chris's picture in the background as we were watching the video.
So something Beckett will do is I learned my lesson after this to like give him an easier time by making all of these transparent for him. He sometimes without mentioning it, he'll like put the PNGs on stream if he's on call with them.
Yes. Yes.
So you'll see it. You'll see it on his chill streams when Diesel joins, and when Chris joins, he'll pull up the pony PNGs.
Yep. I love the fact that you have. There. I just love that you made Chris say the other day that you scare him. I thought that was hilarious.
It's completely unintentional too. I don't think I was talking in the chat, but I don't think I brought up anything like ponies or something. I think I have to rewatch the stream, but I'm pretty sure what. No, I was talking in the chat, and Beckett brought up Aiden and how I should turn him into a pony, and I was like, all right, I'm on it.
Yep. So this is Xyles, I believe. Is this one Xyles?
Yep, that's Xyles. Yep. Yeah, that's Xyles.
This one is Xyles. I love that one too. It's too damn cute. This
funny,
one is Stardust. I love Stardust. That's great. I thought cute.
Stardust. I thought I would do a rabbit fur because a lot of see, this is where the tism comes in. All right, I know the Care Bear lore.
Didn't you end up doing a rabbit for her? I thought you did.
Doing what for her?
I thought you ended up doing a rabbit for her, didn't you?
I did. She is a rabbit. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So,
yes. Okay.
The Care Bear lore is that there are cousins. that are not bears. So you have like the Pound of Love lion or Ton of Love lion, and then you got, I think there's a sheep, a bunny, and they were on, I think, the cartoons, but I learned of them because there were sewing patterns for them, like vintage sewing patterns, and I really liked the art on there, so I saved them.
No, that's cute. That's super cute.
So I
love
thought
it.
I would incorporate the secret lore. It wasn't a lion, it was an elephant, the Ton of Love elephant. My bad.
Gotcha. Yeah. Let's see here. Who else? This one is Gilded Pooh. That's a good one.
Yes. Fun. I really like Vlad. He's
Mhm.
he's really funny to talk to the few times I've talked to him in calls. Cause
He seems like
he'll
he's a
go on
pretty.
about like
Yeah,
he's
the
a
first
pretty
time that I
normal
heard him.
person.
Yeah, yeah. The first time that I heard him, was I think when Lio went. Was it Lio? No, it was that. Oh my God, what is his name? Kyle, not Kyle. Am I right with that one?
Zach, not Kyle. Zach, not
Zach,
Kyle.
not Kyle. That's it. Zach, not Kyle.
I like
Yes.
Zach, not Kyle.
When Zach, not Kyle had went on to debate Leah something on Beckett's stream. Again, this was sometime last year,
Yeah.
right when the whole ACC shit blew up, and
Yep.
that was one of the first times that I had heard of him, and I'm like, that's an interesting name. And I just didn't
Oh,
think,
yeah.
I'm like,
His
okay.
name's Gilded Pooh, and he made his little drawing character a literal shithead.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. But as
Um,
I haven't seen anything of his as of late. I just haven't really been able to keep up a whole lot.
He managed to release a jar video like one day after the release.
Did
And
he?
I'm like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. 16 minutes.
Well,
Interesting thing about this Care Bear picture is it's Beckett asked me to draw it, and I was like, okay. And then he told me to send it to Vlad, so I did. And then Vlad responded like, okay, make sure to tell Beckett he should kill himself. And then I did, and he just laughed. I was
I bet
playing
you-
telephone over here.
Fucking Beckett. I swear to God. No, that's funny. That's really funny. On request of Beckett too, right there in the tweet. You're like, on request of Beckett, calling him out. There you go. And rightfully
I don't want to
so.
get, dude. I really
That's
like
funny.
Vlad as a person, but his Discord's unhinged. It's like,
Oh, I bet. Well, how long have you known of him? I should say. Have you known of him the entire
I
time
knew
that
of-
you've been in the ACC?
Hell no. I knew of him like when he released a video. I became like active in Enlaw's server, who made a few streams talking about Lio, and I really liked Enlaw, so I joined their Discord, and I think people like Leia something, Vlad, I think Stardust, and a few
Mhm.
other YouTubers were in that server during the whole Lio thing, and Vlad
Yeah.
was like I think a friend of Enlaw's.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I kind of knew of him, and I think his Lio video showed up in my recommended. I really liked him and his humor. I knew about him. No, I kind of knew about him. Now that I think about it, fun fact: before the Lio drama, I really liked Lio Convoy's content as like background noise while I draw.
Mm-hmm.
I personally think he's kind of toned down the fucked up shit, so now I kind of turn on his streams every once in a while and I watch his background noise. I don't hate the guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's just after the drama died down, I just kind of stopped caring as
Well-
much about the things he did in the past, you know.
Well, let me ask you this, and this is probably going to be, hi Platinum Aether. Look, Chris has every right to be scared of beetle pins. I'm scared.
Don't blame you, okay? Look,
Listen,
it's funny, if you scroll down my Twitter, you'll just get like 25, like 31 pictures of bird paintings, and then it goes into
Yeah,
this.
I saw that. Yeah. Well, while I'm looking up different. Oh my God, these are so cool. Well, while I'm looking all of these up and talking, so why do you think, in your personal opinion, and again, this might be a bit of a loaded / silly question, I don't know. Why do you think, in your opinion, the whole entire arc with the ACC blew up the way that it did? Do you think that it was because it involved Lio? Do you think it was just because of all the characters involved? Like, what's your opinion on that?
I personally think a lot of like background stuff just started like bubbling up, and it was like a domino effect. I think that's kind of what I feel like started it. I don't know for sure if that's what started it, but usually with the ACC, I feel like a bunch of background shit happens that no one really knows about besides the people involved.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
and then it kind of like becomes public after a while. I feel like part of it was this is apparently kind of a hot take, but I do think that a lot of it began not because of really Lio being involved, but because of Hopeless Peaches, because of their
Mm.
long history of doing drama. And
Yeah.
Lio, I I really I, it's stupid, but I really don't think that Lio is a like evil, maniacal, narcissistic person. I think he just wanted to help someone, and it lost control and bubbled over, and then all of the stuff he did in the past that he got called out for kind of also bubbled over, because some of the stuff he did was legitimately bad, and he said a few times that he thinks he understands why it's bad. um
Mm-hmm. Well, I
and
think
I
that I
yeah,
think that he became more. I will say this, and listen. I don't. Oh, I'm sorry. Top Tomato for 1.99. She has a question.
oh, thoughts on sketchbook tours. I like sketchbook tours a lot. I the only time I'm so one of the biggest issues I've always had with the sketchbook tour videos I've seen is they'll hide a lot of the like imperfect artwork, or like the messy sketches and random doodles. They'll tend to like kind of either rip those out and try to keep like all of the best looking ones in before they start the tour. But I think the ones with those pages shows growth in the needing to learn and see how other people have a how other people study to get improve. I feel like we should keep those.
Mm-hmm. I
I,
agree.
I think PewDiePie's video of him learning art is a good example of that, where he didn't like rip out all of these pages of his like just starting to learn how to draw images, but he
Mm-hmm.
kept everything, you
No,
know.
that's a good question. No, I would think that. Yeah, I would think that if you're really wanting to be serious to a degree, or still wanting to have that to be fun, that you would want to use that as references as to like see how much you've improved. Yes, that's a good one. Good question
Hmm.
there, Top Tomato. Good job. And thank you for the 1.99. That's a very good question. Anyway, but the thing with Lio though with me, I don't think that he is evil. Do some people probably think that way? Sure. I don't know.
A lot of
But
people in the ACC who learned about what he did thinks he's like an evil
evil
maniacal person that needs to die and get off the internet or something.
okay, I wouldn't go
And get
that
off the
far.
internet maybe as a detox. I feel like everyone should take like a week or two off of the internet, or even a
I agree.
month
Yeah.
to
No,
like detox, but
yeah. I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
that he's
Bit much.
evil, no. I just think that with how everything came out, and also with somewhat of his history within commentary to a certain degree, and who he kind of associated with or was known to be associated with or whatever, I think that he got a bad rep from that. And I think that
Definitely.
um do I think that he's like an evil person? No. I just think that he is very narcissistic to a certain degree to where it gets him into trouble, right? But I do give him credit where credit is due, that he has, helped out Beckett with different stories, like with the Just a Robot thing. I have a question about that too. Um, and I will say that does he tend to get too involved, and is he way too involved, and is he just straight up weird? Yes, 100%. Yes.
Yeah, he's weird, but honestly, and who cares about weird in this economy? Like,
Very true. Very true. Very, very true. But I will say this though. From what I was able to follow with the Lio convoy stuff and with Hopeless Peaches, he did not handle any of that well. Not in any way, shape, or
no,
form.
he didn't.
No.
He didn't.
No.
He didn't handle a lot of like his. Uh, the main reason he, the main issue I had is the what's it called? The Rosa call. That one was oof, that one was bad.
Oh,
Uh,
yes. Yes, that was
and
very bad. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and the Jax thing was really bad. I don't think those should be forgiven or forgotten, but rather as a kind of I would say use it as like a marker to show growth. In my opinion,
Right.
it took him. He did a Ren call, which was pretty bad, and Ren was someone who was calling out the FCK. Uh,
Yes, the FCK
um,
server. Yeah.
yeah,
Were you
which
ever a part of that by any chance, or were you ever? Did you know anybody that was in it, or anything like that?
not. I didn't know anyone personally, but I knew like some of the names that were in there. I was pretty upset about quite a few of them because, especially because they were kind of involved. I wasn't when the FCK was around, I think I was a lurker at the time, and I think at the time the only Discord I ever joined was the names Junkies, and I think Manga Comments.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Oh,
But I didn't know about the FCK like at all, because
oh,
that was like
so,
a whole inside thing.
oh,
It's
gotcha,
like
gotcha.
it was only
Um,
content creators and artists.
Cool Anime Grows for two. She has a question. Define weird.
Uh, Lio is weird in the sense of, I guess it's kind of hard to explain how he's weird. It's more so of the way he feels the need to uh call some things out, like petty drama stuff. Even if they were like people no if you I'm stuttering a lot here. I'm
Oh, you're
sorry.
fine. You're good. Take your time. You're
Uh
fine.
if I'm trying to think of a specific example here to try and explain my point. Lio sometimes gets into little petty fights with uh people. Oh, it was a joke. He was a.
Oh
uh,
well.
uh,
I
I'm
was
going.
thinking it was
I'm
legit.
doubling down. I'm
No,
doubling down,
but no,
Khuck.
it's also a good question. It's also a good question
It
though
is.
too. To be fair, it's also a valid
It is.
question. Well, and it's
Lio
also
sometimes gets into petty fights with just like people who are in his Discord over some like opinions of him sometimes.
yeah.
I think that happened in a Spaces chat, a live stream chat, is Laya was in it, and someone whose friend was talking shit about Lio was in the chat,
Hmm.
and Lio was picking some shit about it. I don't know. I feel like that's a little bit weird to care about what like I get that they may be spreading false information, but it's a nobody. Like,
Hmm.
who cares? You gotta
Yeah.
learn how to let some things go. Not everyone's gonna keep up with the drama that long.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, and it's also with with Lio, like I said, with Lio in general, he really didn't have a very good reputation to begin with when it came to commentary and or people within commentary, I should say,
Yeah.
and all of that. But even I would even argue and say that he really didn't have a very good reputation even within the ACC for some
On
people
the
because of
ACC, he
how gruff
actually
he was.
actually it was the opposite. People saw Lio as some sort of like protection. Um,
Really? Oh,
yeah.
oh, I got that all wrong
Uh,
then.
some I've probably, I don't know every ACC channel, but I think some had an issue with him, obviously. But uh, because he was usually calling out like freaks, quote unquote, like online pedophiles, groomers, online pedophiles. Okay, buddy. Okay, just pedophiles.
Hmm.
Groomers. He would call out. There was a necrophile in his Discord at one point, bro. That shit was wild.
Oh my god.
um, yeah. He would call out those types of people and like overall just like degenerates, and he would like go to town on him, like sounding like an angry, disappointed Christian father that was gonna whip out the belt or something. And a lot of
Well,
ACC members was like, "Oh, he would never do that to me. He would protect me." So they
well,
would
see,
like
that's what
cling
I
to his
mean.
side.
Well, that's what I mean. Is that from I would think anyway that there were some people that would have fought against that because of how he acted. You know, I would think that, but I can also see your point though, to where they
Yeah.
saw him as more of a weird ass father figure, and that he was just
People didn't
ugh,
think it was weird though, which is the wild thing, because
yeah.
he had like a whole online found family, which I think personally is kind of freaky, and he can't really have that. And I feel like I don't know it. Like I get what Lio is trying to do. He wanted to help some people, but
Hmm.
you got to be careful about that online. I feel like Lio is like an old Christian man who's just now learning how the internet works. And
Yeah,
but
yeah,
at the
that's
same
fair.
time, Vlad. At the same time, all right, Vlad or Gilded Poo. He's been on the internet for a while, and
Hmm.
yet he still doesn't know how to stream. I watched, I joined a stream of his with Akumu about some person making like a whole ass rant on Beckett over saying retard.
Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus
And
Christ.
for like the first 30 minutes, Vlad was having like technical difficulties. And he like made his like video camera like blood red. He
You
couldn't
know who
fix
else would
it.
do that? You know who else has done that within the community? Willie Mack. Willie Mack is one
Oh,
of the most loved people in the community. We need to protect him at all costs. He could not. He needs to. He cannot stream worth of shit.
he
No.
can't stream. No.
He cannot stream.
It's so
He's tried.
sad.
He's tried. He has. But it's so funny. And he's been online for like ever. But he's also again,
Yeah.
to be fair to him, and I'm sure to Gilded Poo too, they're part of the generation where all you did was videos. You know what I mean? Like they didn't stream.
True.
So I mean, I
True.
gotta
Yeah.
give him that, I guess. But Platinum Aether for $6.99. Sorry, Platinum. I was gonna get to that once we got to a good stopping point. I hear there's a new commentary channel called Christoph D. Snickerdoodle. Am I supposed to know what that means?
Oh, yeah, I heard of that guy. I heard he likes beans. Yup.
Oh, oh. Okay,
Yeah.
you want to
I
explain
know
that a
that
little
guy.
bit? Is this an inside joke that I'm not aware of or something? What's going
No, not at all. I have no idea who that is.
on? Oh, okay. All right, fair. No, okay, fair. Fair enough. And they asked me to define weird.
No.
Okay. Okay, here we go. I'll define weird for you. Strange and unusual. I'll say that.
All right, buddy. Taking that out of the Urban Dictionary, I see you.
Did he? Do I want to know? I don't want to know. But no,
No,
anyway,
I just,
I don't
I
want
just
to
mean
know.
you took that like from the Google
Oh, I
Google
did.
Dictionary.
Oh, well, you know
Yeah.
what? It's the best explanation I get. What do you want? It's true. Am I wrong?
Come on, give a little whimsy,
All
buddy.
right,
Okay,
fine.
come on.
Weird is okay. That's a good question. I don't know how else I could explain it. Being put on the spot here. I don't know. That's the best that I got. I'm sure that I could probably think of something else. Okay, you know what? I'll tell you what. Let me think on this. You guys chat won't let me forget. Let me think on this, and I'll come up with a better definition at some point on my next stream. Okay.
Yeah.
When I'm not on the spot, I can actually think. How about that? No.
Yeah.
So, chat, don't let me forget. Watch me forget after tonight. But still, I promise I will try my best to remember. But anyway, But no, back to briefly the, Lio and Hopeless. So, did you know? Now, again, I don't know if this is true or not, and this is just, again, from, again, the little that I know of the ACC in general, I'm just curious. How well did Lio know of you? Did Hopeless know of you? Or, um, were you just like observing from? Were you just like a lurker or an orbiter, if you will?
They may have. I think Lio has heard of my name before because I was in his Discord at one point. I think I joined Discord like a month or something, like before the shit went down, and then I left. And I remember I would post art in there, and I remember like I went on like a long rant about how binders work and how to find like a good binder because someone was asking about it. And the mods, one of the mods was like, "Oh, that's actually good information for once." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I didn't know if that was an insult or not. And
I
I
mean,
think
hey.
I'm like 70% sure I joined a call where Lio and Hopeless Peaches was playing Among Us, and I didn't have Among Us at the time. But I think it was the call that Lio talked about where Peaches raged quit they weren't because they weren't the imposter.
Mm-hmm. Did he
And
get angry?
then
Did he get angry at Hopeless if they lost and like throw a fit? Did that happen? Did
no, it
he?
was the
Okay,
opposite.
good.
Hopeless Peaches would she got if this was the right call. I can't remember. I don't record anything and I don't like archive everything I see, so I don't remember specifically.
Fair.
But I'm pretty sure this was the call where Hopeless Peaches and Lio and some of the other members were playing Among Us, and someone was streaming it for the people who couldn't play watch. And um, we played a few games, and Peaches did not get imposter for like the first few games, and she wanted to be the imposter, so she raged quit and left
Mm.
the call. And then I think Lio left a little bit later after her.
Oh Jesus Christ!
But
What is with people raging at Among Us? Like seriously, there's a reason.
it's Among
Excuse me.
Us. This happened more than once.
That's well. There's a
Not
reason
with
why I
Peaches,
brought
just
that
in
up.
general on commentators.
Well, why I was making fun of the throwing a temper tantrum is because that's what Dark Viper AU did. I'm just saying he did that to somebody else when he was.
Like I don't think Hopeless Peaches screeched about it in the call I
Okay,
was
good.
in. I think she just quietly left. And then
Okay,
Lio left after her and it was like sudden, so I think a few people
fair
thought
enough.
it was weird.
Yeah, I
But
would think that too. I don't blame them. Um, but who else would you say that you were more friendly with it, or and still are? I'm sure that you probably still are. That
I mean
you're
like I wouldn't consider a lot of these people my friends because I know of them, but they probably don't know of me. And to them, I was just a random Discord chatter. I like Queen Serafina. I talk to her occasionally, and she's really nice. I like watching her and Beckett play Warhammer stuff.
oh
Um,
okay okay
and then Monstrous is one of Lio's friends slash moderators who ran the Thunderdome calls between Lio and like Kumo and stuff.
oh
And I
Kumo
really like Monstrous. Yeah.
oh Kumo oh God that
And
man
and I'll be blunt, I would make fun of Zach, not Kyle's artwork, but honestly, I really like Zach's personality. I think he's nice.
okay
I'm told in a few servers that I shouldn't like think these people are nice and that I shouldn't
well
trust them. And it's not that I talk to him on a daily basis and tell him my super extra
well no
secrets. I
well
just talk to
no
him casually, so I don't feel like I have to worry about that.
Well, no, but I also understand though too why they say that because
I don't even talk to him
unfortunately,
casually. I talk to them
well,
like I haven't talked to Monstrous in months.
well, that's the other thing though too, right? Is that I mean, I understand that you're just like I would never do that, and that's understandable.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, as we all well know, and it's not just in ACC, it's in commentary too, and everywhere online practically. that you have people that get very parasocial very quickly when it comes to
Yeah,
like certain
no, I get
creators
that.
and stuff like that. So unfortunately, because of that being out there and because of that being a thing, people say that just as a precaution, just in case. And I get that. I get
Yeah.
that wholeheartedly. You know,
Yeah,
and
no,
I was,
I
yeah,
understand that.
yeah, I get that
But
totally.
I don't consider myself friends with like Lio or really Monstrous or Zach because
Hmm.
I rarely talk to them. Uh,
Well,
I
yeah.
think I had them friended. Not Lio or Zach, but I know I have Monstrous friended because she wanted a commission for the Thunderdome.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and honestly, after becoming friends with Kumo and North, I like, dude, I had enough, and I don't think I'm gonna try to be friends with commentators as
Yeah,
much. At least like,
yeah.
at least like the ones that I should have noticed the red flags beforehand. But after
Right.
those two circumstances, now I know better at least. So
Well, I mean, hey, listen. Again, we're only human. We're all only human, right? It happens. When you see
hmm
people that you have interacted with that have seen their content for a long period of time, yeah, are some of them going to disappoint you? Yes, absolutely. It's going to
yeah,
happen. Again, they're only human. It happens. We all make mistakes. But it's how they
oh
own
yeah,
up to that said mistakes and how they, try to correct it if they, how they handle it is the better way to put it.
yeah.
Um, Kumo did not handle that in any way, shape, or form well.
He did
No.
not.
No. No, no, no,
No,
no, no. Mm-mm.
North even North did technically own up to it, but even then I can't even forgive something like that, dude. That's not
Right.
something that's forgivable in my opinion. But
Now,
Kumo,
mm-hmm.
he's a different story though,
Yeah.
because I do kind of feel bad for him, but
Well,
it,
for
it is what
Kumo,
it is.
I mean, he's just, that dude was just nuts. And how he reacted to
He
everything
was
was
like
just no, no. But,
he was nuts literally because he he said this publicly in his streams before, but he is schizophrenic and I'm pretty sure
mm,
unmedicated.
oh,
So
God. Oh, God.
yeah, so he was literally nuts.
Oh, God.
I
Oh,
don't know if
Jesus.
Kumo's gonna come back. I wouldn't doubt it, but I don't think he would. I know he's still lurking in his Discord servers.
Well, I mean, that's one thing if he's lurking and
Yeah,
stuff, but I
and I
don't know if
know
he'll come back
I
from all of that. Who
and I
knows?
won't I won't name the account, but I do know his art account is still up.
Ah, gotcha. Gotcha,
But
gotcha.
that's
On
really it.
Twitter
He
or
hasn't been
Discord?
in any drama. I don't want to say because I don't want
Gotcha.
people to go looking for
No,
it.
no, no, no. Hey, that's totally fine. I accept that
Just let the
wholeheartedly.
man
It's
post his weeb anime art, okay?
let him go. Yeah.
He needs a hobby.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I get it. I get that 100%. Well, and it's like, well, when we within commentary anyway, hear of like these characters like Kumo and Jar and all of that. How like did were you expecting for commentary to like kind of just take this story and run with it just when everything hit? Were you surprised that it hit the commentary sphere?
Honestly, a little bit because crazier shit than this has happened, you know?
Hmm.
I feel like a lot. I feel like even I don't remember the creep show art shit even like
I
reaching
wasn't
that
around
far.
for all of that. I wasn't around for any
Yeah,
of that.
and if anything, I feel like the creep show art shit was worse because there's like apparently underage like revenge porn being
Yeah,
released and
there's
shit
a
and like
whole
all of
bunch of
this
stuff
other
with that.
unhinged like stalking.
Yeah, it's a
But I'm
whole lore with
surprised the
her. Yeah.
Lio like in all honesty, Lio's is a pretty small channel and way smaller than, Hopeless Peaches and uh Creepshow art. I mean, freaking Lio has like I think 20K and his most viewed videos was ACC shit, but he never really became ACC until he became friends with Hopeless Peaches. Before
Hmm.
that, he was just doing like videos fucking with degenerates and his toy reviews. But most of the degenerate like screwing with was actually more so on Queen Seraphina's channel, I think, than his own.
Yeah. Now, I have heard of Queen Seraphina. That name does sound familiar. Now,
Hmm.
I've heard her not only just be associated with Beckett to a degree. I totally forgot about that until you mentioned it. But I have heard of her and that she's like one of the good ones. So now, who
She's
else?
really nice,
Mm,
and she stayed remote almost entirely out of the drama. She did get involved, and then she like stepped out of it because she realized
yeah,
I'm not gonna touch that shit with a 50-foot pole,
I
you know.
didn't either at first. Here's the thing, and I said this before. When it came to what happened with Lio and what was going on with Hopeless Speeches and all of that, like I said before, I let other people that knew better and could do and report on it better and cover it better. I let them handle it, right? Because they were.
Hmm.
I let them brave that field because again, that's not something that I would. I probably could have done it, but again, that would have been a lot. And then if I
It
would have
would
missed
have.
anything, I would have felt horrible. Just like with the whole jar stuff. Like there is so much to him that I didn't even know. I still don't even know, I'm sure. Or we still don't even know. But there was one
Yeah.
thing that came up last night, and I did write this down to ask you. There was one thing that came up last night in his video where he said that he got slandered by the ACC. Now, and you said that you knew something about that. Care to explain?
Uh, I wouldn't. I'm pretty sure it wasn't slander. It was backstabbed. Uh,
Okay.
so the original thing that kind of started it is before he was just a robot, he was some other guy, some other name on DeviantArt, and he got involved with some group and Chaos 55T, who is a now I think deleted channel where they would post like story times and art drama type stuff. And oh god. And essentially they blamed just a robot for one of their friends committing suicide, but apparently that person never committed suicide or even existed or something.
Oh
But
yeah, yes,
I'm
I
not.
vaguely remember this now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I thought
And
that
I'm not.
somebody mentioned it last night in chat. The name, the Chaos 55T name. I think it may have been you, or it
Yeah.
was, um,
It was someone
somebody else.
else. It
Yeah,
it was someone
I
else
I
who
kind
knew
of
it
do
better than I
remember
did.
this now. I do. That
Yeah.
does sound familiar. Oh
But
my
I
god.
don't think that's what Jar was specifically talking about. Uh Jar has Jar has an issue with like anyone literally anyone ACC that like disagrees with him or like doesn't agree with all of his points is immediately the enemy and he's immediately backstabbed by that person.
Yep.
So I think it was a general term because he's been in quite a few drama. Like he defended Hopeless Peaches. I'm
Not surprised
pretty
by that
sure
at all.
during the Creepshow art thing, and also I think he was involved in the Toby thing with Creepshow art too. And he was
Mm.
apparently slandered by Prisonmate Luke, which Prisonmate Luke is a fucking stinker, to put it lightly.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah with just let me ask. Well, and this kind of goes along with what I was asking you earlier. Why do you think? And maybe it has to do with what we know about him personally, I guess, or what has been out there. But why do you think that Just a Robot, the story with him is so fascinating? Is it because of his behavior, because he overshares, or because of how long he's been in, or because of how long he's just been around? Why do you think it blew up
I
the way
think
that it did?
it's all of the above. He's not like extremely well known, but I feel like he has a lot of quote unquote lol cow behavior. And once that like stuff like picks up in the air around the scene, someone will gain interest and start a-logging.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Once you start, and Jar is really bad at about what he overshares. Like you could argue I overshare by saying the state I exist in and all that, but
No.
I
I
don't
mean,
like.
No, not really. Not really anymore. No.
Some people are really paranoid about them knowing what
Yeah.
state they live in. They think that
Oh
if you
yeah,
give your
yeah.
state, they know where you live. I'm like, oh, do you know
I
how
don't
big
care.
Michigan is, bitch?
Yeah, Missouri. I'm in Missouri. I don't care. I've said it before. I'm saying it again.
Yeah,
I don't care. I don't care.
or like,
That's yeah.
but something. I genuinely do feel like it's all three of those because Jara's been around for quite some time, and then he also, if you're, I never talked to him. I don't think. If I do, it was probably on when I was under a different name, and it's been like 12 years or something. But
Hmm.
um, I'm like, he overshares so much.
Yeah. Yeah,
It-
he does.
It's
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you about this. Did you hear what happened to Just a Robot today? Did you see what happened to him
It's
today?
a Yeah, he got hacked and
Yeah.
his account was promoting crypto
Yeah.
scams. That's like
No.
not the crypto scams part, but him getting hacked is not the first time. It happened another time. Oh, I do want to mention that someone mentioned if Queen Seraphina's was kind of like a mutual ground. It kind of is. You know, Lyo's in there. I don't know if anyone who's against Lyo is really in there now that I think about it, but
Hmm.
um, it's just kind of like it, it's just a place, I guess, is the best way to explain it. There's not really a lot of talk about ACC stuff in there. If
Hmm.
the most active is gets is when Sarah has like SCP and like events stuff like that.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, no, I also think though too, and I was gonna mention this. I know that you mentioned that there are some, I know that there are some good people like yourself, and you mentioned Queen Seraphina, but another one that comes to mind, and we briefly talked about her too, is Thuman. Thuman's another good
I
one.
do love Thuman. Thuman
Yeah,
is a very good person.
yeah,
Thuman, honestly, I don't know if I would call Thuman art commentary community, but I don't think it would be art drama commentary community because
mm-hmm.
she would Thuman would talk about like her personal experiences of like racism and like on the
Yeah,
internet a few times. I remember like some like freak gotcha person was like calling her slurs and stuff, and people were mad that she drew herself as anime characters from Studio
jeez,
Ghibli because she's a person of color. Like, but I don't
oh my
remember her really
god,
making videos talking about somebody else. I
wow,
know she's making a video on the FCK though, which I'm interested to hear.
ooh, that's gonna be good.
Yeah. But like a lot of her art commentary stuff is like what general art commentary stuff is about, like um uh shoot, like it would be like whitewashing in the community, for example. I think she's talked about pro shipping art style TikTok trends that is just to bully people for their art style, stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that should be talked about. But the art commentary that we know it as is more like this person is a pedophile, and the more important thing is that they traced artwork.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
yeah, yeah.
thank
That's
you.
so weird. That is so weird. And listen,
That's like
we
all of the documents, though.
well, and that's like, and I don't know how much you followed it or not. Have you been following the Lewis McClung or the Louis McClung, whatever the fuck his name is? That
A
whole
little bit. I
story.
watched I watched Beckett's stream. I watched a few streams on it. Um, I think it was really funny. I
Yeah,
laughed a
and how
lot.
he was saying that the Danky Jabba was still friends with Alex because of the fucking thumbnail style. Like, get the fuck out of
Commentary
here.
has that problem too of guilt by association.
Yes,
They
yes, I will agree.
Lio. I
Yes,
don't. I
yes.
feel like Lio used to have a guilt by association kind of thing, but I don't think he does that as much anymore because
Hmm.
I think in his stream he said it was stupid, which that was one of my bigger issues because for example, I was friends with some controversial people, but I didn't know about those controversies until after I broke friendship with them.
Hmm.
And I didn't know that I'm the kind of person that was like, well, I didn't think I should background check friends just because they have a YouTube channel, but now
no.
I guess I have to.
Well,
And
right?
but like, I'll bring up a good example. Gilded Pooh and North were both part of a big drama involving Lio called the Fox Mafia, which was a pedophile hunting group. But eight I'm 80% sure that Gilded was there just to fuck with people, but I don't remember the whole story because it's been like 2 years now. And I remember hearing North's name a few times being involved in that, and I know North would talk about the people in there and shit, but I didn't know about the in-depth shit that happened in there, because it was all like disregarded for a Discord server war between the Senate and the Fox Mafia Discord server.
Wow. Now,
Oh shit.
now, briefly, and I know that you probably don't want to get into it too much, but just for those that may
Yeah.
not know, who is North? If you want to explain him briefly.
North was an A-logger person who did YouTube streams, and he was known for being involved in the Fox Mafia, which I think he told me that he joined it when he was 17, and I think he's 21, 22 now. I don't remember. But he got into, apparently, according to Vlad's like little leaked video chapters, he has a lot more drama than what I knew about. But I only knew about, I think, one involving another YouTuber named Legovert who had a Discord, what's it called? A Discord revelation or something call with Lio where Lio was doing his thing about whatever. I can't explain the words. But
Was he being like kind of preachy, I guess, or is that
his
is that a good way to put it?
let's call him the interrogation calls. He was doing
Okay,
those
there
over
you go.
drama.
Oh God.
There we go.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God, those. Oh
And
no. Yeah.
it was apparently essentially what happened to Legover is his server wasn't modded properly, so people in the Fox Mafia were chilling in there and they were making jokes about Peaches, and Lio didn't like that. I think the joke was offensive, but I can't remember what it is. I don't remember. But again, but it was an offensive joke, and the person that said it was in the Fox Mafia. So Lio came in all pissy about a joke involving Peaches, and Legovert got chewed out because of the moderation not being good enough,
Wow.
essentially. And I think Nerf was also involved, or there was another call with Legovert that involved North, and that's where at least where I know of his origin story being, but I don't. He never told me the full extent of it. Looking back, I feel like he avoided it a lot when I asked about it. I probably should have noticed that sooner, but but his most recent drama that made him DFE off of like everything was screenshots came out in August, but they did not like get any traction like at all until recently in October or September, I think. Or no.
Really?
November. Yeah, November. Where someone came out about him grooming them when they were 12 and he was 17. And when I found about that, I was like, "Oh shit!" And I was talking to my friends about it, and then I unfriended him and removed his servers and all that. But I was relatively close to him in the sense of online close, where I was like a mod in his Discord server and I talked on his streams quite a bit. But he DFE'd like everything.
Wow. Well, yeah, I would after that too. Oh, jeez. Well,
a few people I learned already knew about those screenshots before August, but they didn't really feel the need to explain it because they thought,
how did the
he's
story
just
come
retarded.
about? if you don't mind me asking, I'm just curious because I
Uh,
haven't heard of this yet. Not yet, anyway. Maybe I
or-
haven't. I just forgot.
Originally, someone I think posted the thread, and I can't remember whose server it was. I think it was Enlaw's server or someone else's server. Uh, and I was reading through the screenshots and I was like, "Oh shit, oh fuck, this is bad. What the hell?" And then
Mhm.
it exploded into his own Discord server, and I remember I didn't leave his server immediately cuz I wanted to at least hear a little bit of an explanation about it, which he did give later on. Um and I wasn't satisfied, so that's when I left. And some people were still lurking in there to see if he says anything else. But it was originally posted by the victim on Twitter on I think a throwaway account.
Mhm.
It just didn't like usually a lot of those types of threads they'll get like exploded like out of the water
Yeah.
look pretty fast, but this person's didn't pick up at all. I, I think maybe one or two people spread it around, but um, something to know about Nerf is this isn't he he's very impulsive in like the worst possible ways.
Mhm.
So and a lot of people gave him slack because he was 17 and he has a severe learning disability from my understanding. I can't remember what it is again. I
Mhm.
can't remember a lot. It happened so fast, but
Yeah.
so people were like, "Oh, he." They didn't think much of it because like if he's really impulsive and he doesn't think about that kind of shit. Maybe he wasn't malicious about it, you know. It's just still really
Right.
retarded.
Right.
Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. It's
Well,
still
yeah.
pretty bad.
No, I get it, and that's still pretty bad. 100%. Yes, but
Yeah.
did he? So did he? He obviously, found out, and he got the fuck out. And I,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
but. Hmm.
he made a whole Discord thread, an entire the whole Discord like post. I think it was a few paragraphs long, but and someone screenshotted it because I had already left that server, and then he did a call-ins about it, which made him look worse, like extremely way worse. Because when someone asked about why he would do it, he said he was touch starved, and I
Touch
think
starved?
touch
What is
starved
that?
or
What is
love
that?
starved. I don't know. I guess it
Oh.
means he was like craving other people's attention and touch and stuff. So, and the 12-year-old was the person that was giving
Oh
him that.
God. Oh man.
So,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I oh jeez. It was
Mm.
like it was really bad. And that's when I kind of solidified that like okay, you need to
Yeah.
I need I can't like
Yeah.
forgive that. So I
Yeah.
ended up
No.
leaving.
Yeah.
And then
Oh
like I
God.
looked back on our DMs, which I now don't have access to because I didn't export them and I didn't think he would delete his account, but he did.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh God.
so now I don't have access to them. But I remember a few instances where I was like, I should have noticed that or I should have said something about not about this situation, but about other shit he would get like into.
Mhm.
So,
Well, I
but
mean,
he's a whole mess. He has
oh
a lot more
yeah.
lore than I thought.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, it's in retrospect, yeah. I mean, now when you think about things like that, you're like, "Oh, I should have done this. I
Yeah.
should have done that." We all do that to a certain degree, you know what I mean? Like, but again, you can't you can't hold yourself, feel guilty about it or anything like that because how were you to really to know? You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
when you're in exactly hindsight is 2020. Exactly, Olivia. Yes. And
Yeah.
that's the thing is that when situations like that pop up for those that, you know, are involved in that kind of thing or find out about that kind of thing or about that kind of person, you think to yourself,
Mhm.
were the signs there? Like, and I just didn't see them because I was such good friends with them or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, that happens more times than I would even like to admit. But
Yeah. One
I
of
mean, you learn from it, and you just gotta, yeah,
I
that's
did
all you can
learn
do.
from it. I wish I could have done it like way before like one of the things that I got involved in happened, but it was one of those things where he kind of, I think I told you about this, where he did an interview with someone who's, I don't think names should be dropped at this point because they're off the internet and they should be. But they did an interview with someone that was underaged, and I didn't say anything because he didn't plan an interview. He just saw the person in chat and was like, "Do you want to interview?" And I was like, "Oh God!" So I ended up staying muted for the majority of that stream because I was like, oh no."
Yeah. I think you can tell me about this. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
can't make impulsive decisions on the spot, so, and because he's the host of the stream, I was like, okay. And then I told him and then after the stream, I told him that I thought we shouldn't have done it and it was a bad decision and shit. And
Yeah.
then, and I think some of his other friends told him that, the same thing, but more bluntly. And, like, he was like, this criticism is stupid. It's dumb and stupid. And he's like, but your criticism is good, and it's the exact same criticism.
Oh, jeez.
Just put in softer terms. Because I didn't want to make him rage. Because when I mean impulsive, he would get, like, really stressed out and, like, upset pretty quickly. So so I was like, well,
Oh
jeez.
God, I can't even imagine. Well, I'm
And then
just
when
glad
I learned
that.
about all that, it's like, oh boy.
Well, I'm just glad that you got out of there, and that you're.
I am too.
Yeah, and that
Bro,
you
I don't
found
want to
out.
get him.
Yeah.
I don't blame it. I don't blame anyone who's like, yeah, I don't fuck with ACC. I don't blame you. Get out.
Yeah. No, I don't blame
Run.
him either. Well, and again, not the. And again, it's kind of like what we were talking about earlier. Not everyone within the ACC is a degenerate. Okay, not everyone in there is. They're wanting to just hang out with people that they want to hang out with and make their art and be within the
Yeah.
community that's how it should be. That's how it definitely should be. You know what I mean? Yes, are there some people within commentary who are artists who unfortunately had some scandals here and there that either still around or not around, yes, that does happen too. But unfortunately, because of how many different people within the ACC have gotten exposed for their degeneracy, or their stories have gotten out about different situations that they got into, they have a bad rep, and it's not always the case.
Yeah.
It's not always the case. And I think that, like, you're an exception, of course, and Queen Seraphina and Thuman, and I'm sure that there are a bunch of others that I'm sure that we probably either know or don't know, but
here's the funny part. A lot of the, like, really, like, quote unquote good people of the ACC stopped doing ACC shit like a while ago. Manga Common was pretty nice, and I really liked his content, but he moved on to movie reviews and stuff.
well, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I mean, I don't blame anybody for not wanting to be around that, because it ruins the experience for them to be able to just sit back and hang out with people and do their stuff. You know what I mean? I would,
Like,
if I was that way, I'd be like, bye, I'm out. I would do the same thing.
I remember I really enjoyed my time, for example, with, like, when I was the few months I was on in the Senate, because, like, it's really cringe how they portrayed the Senate, by the way, because
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
they would, like,
Yeah.
they would say, this is our barbarian server. This is not the place for softy artists that are
Yep.
autism, because you will be called slurs. And then you go in there and there's no slurs are loud anymore, and, like, and it's just a bunch of, like, nerd artists talking about their OCs.
Jeez.
I remember
Wow.
joining, being like, "Oh, I'm gonna be, like, kicked out of here fast," and then immediately it's like, "Do you have OCs? Do you like My Little Pony?"
Oh, fucking hell, My Little Pony. Don't even get me started on
There's
that.
a lot of there's a lot of bronies in the ACC because it
I believe
overlaps
it.
with, like, the whole original character thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like,
Yeah.
original characters are just fun to have, especially if they have to do with, like, a specific fandom, because you don't have to make as much lore and you can just mess around. That's why I draw, like, pony characters. I just like horses that have, like, weird cursed anatomy when you think about it too hard, because they're
Yep.
horses, right? but they're actually based on cats for the art style.
Oh. Huh.
Because like the cat faces are more quote unquote humanoid in a character design sense, so people and like mostly children, the children that watch the show can relate to the characters more because they look more quote unquote
Oh.
humanoid
That makes
and
sense.
anthropomorphic.
Gotcha. Okay. KHuck, that react. Shut up, Top Tomato. Don't laugh at me because of that reaction. Shut up.
Olivia, you
It makes
didn't know
sense.
that they were based off of cats?
No.
They were based off of cat. No, not you, Khuck. I don't expect you to know because you didn't grow up with the show, I don't think.
Oh, fair. What show? Which one?
But My Little Pony, the new one,
The new
where
one, no.
they're
The old one I did, yes.
yeah,
Yes.
the old ones from like the that were like hand drawn and actually looked like horses.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't either, Olivia? Okay, so fun fact, fun little character design fact. A lot of kids shows will base designs to become more appealing to children because that's their audience. Horse faces are not that appealing and in some cases terrifying.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that makes sense.
uh the glorious and legendary Lauren Faust, I think her name is, I forgot. She had an art style where her designs were based more off of the cat anatomy, as in their bodies and their faces. Because they don't really, their face muzzles don't look like horses. It's too pushed in. It resembles more of a cat, just with a different nose shape, honestly. So, and their anatomy is so much like
I never
more
even thought of
simple.
it that way. Huh. Yeah.
Because horse anatomy is a lot more complex than you would think it is. God, it took
Oh,
me
yeah.
so long how
I
to
would
draw
bet,
it,
yeah.
and
Oh, I bet.
horses are a
I
pain in
bet.
the ass, dude.
Now,
I don't like
you can
them.
do ponies pretty well, though. I'll say that.
I can, because they're based off of cats, and that's easier anatomy.
Well, you know what? You do a damn good job. I don't care. I mean,
Thank you.
the map
God.
pit one just kills me. That's my favorite one.
Listen, I'm sorry. I didn't know who Kinetic Kel is. I literally just thought they were an e-whore that he simped for and gave money to.
No, he sims for her. I'm kidding. No, she's. To be fair to you, though, with Kinetic Kel, back to her briefly. She's more that I'm aware of anyway. She's been more well known as of late because of the shenanigans apparently that she got herself into. I don't even know very much about her myself personally. I just know that of what she has, who she's talked to, and what has transpired with her to a certain degree with some people. That's all I really know. I don't know if she would ever want to come on for a conversation, but I'd be open for it. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah,
I'm pretty sure Falgi just explained to me who she was, and all I remember is that Falgi like called her like absolutely insane, and I was like, oh.
Well,
uh-oh.
I mean, I hear that she's a little cray. I don't know about insane. I don't know about that part. But I've heard that she's
Falgi seems to know more lore.
Yeah, she's special from what I understand, and that's really all
Just
I can
a
say.
bit.
So I don't know
Just
that
a
for sure.
smidge.
Again, I'm sure that she is very, very nice. I don't know. I have not had the pleasure of talking to her or anything like that. I don't even think that she knows who I am. So
Whoops.
I don't know. A lot of people don't know who I am, and that's perfectly okay. For those that find out who I am, that's fine. For those that don't, that's fine too. I am A-okay with everything. I don't care. But yeah, no, I'd have to say, of all the ones that you've done so far, Matt Pitts is my favorite.
Thank you. That one.
It's just his look and the leg missing and the leg being on the pony and just all of it.
I don't know Matt Pitt very well, and the only thing I know him for is being an amputee. And that sounds really really bad.
Love it. No, that's okay. Because guess what? That's what. Listen.
He just
He
is.
knows it. He's accepted it. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean,
though.
here's the
But
funny
yeah.
thing. I had trouble drawing a horse amputated leg, and so I looked up horse leg prosthetic, and I didn't think it would exist because I know the common thing of if your horse's leg is broken, you gotta kill it. And I was like, oh, so there's probably no prosthetics. There are horse prosthetics I learned about.
Oh, there are now?
And
Oh, good. Yeah.
yeah,
I didn't have
but then like I got in the recommended of a horse with one leg, or like one leg missing or something. There's actually a My Little Pony character that has one leg. I found out. I didn't know that.
I love that you looked up what that looked like and what a horse prosthetic leg looked like. I love that you looked that up. That is absolutely
I just wanted to know how to properly draw it.
I love that you did that.
The funny thing is, in my experience, a lot of people think that I'm a brony, and when brony, they think that I still watch the show, or like I watched the entire show. I stopped at season 4 because that's when I was like 15, or I think, and that's when I stopped watching it, so I lost interest. But I still liked. So part of the one little tangent about My Little Pony here, right, is when I was a kid and I was getting into drawing, I fell into watching speed paints on YouTube, which was really common back in 2016. And those speed paints would go from like Five Nights at Freddy's, and because I was watching Five Nights at Freddy's speed paints, it would then show me other horror speed paints, and then I ended up finding My Little Pony creepypasta gore speed paints, and I was like, oh fuck, this is cool. So then I started drawing it, and then I started listening to the creepypasta stories they were based off of. And
Cool
and
Anime
so
Girls
now
has a
I
question
draw
for
it.
I'm sorry. Cool Anime Girls for 5. She has a question.
Oh. If they are all ponies and there are no humans and don't have hands or disposable thumbs, who made the prosthetics? Listen here, buddy. How dare you not know My Little Pony lore, okay? Everyone knows that there is alicorns with the strongest magic and unicorns, alright? And those unicorns are basically their opposable thumbs, buddy. So, how dare you be unicornist? Okay, come on. It's 2025, man.
Unicorn. Wow. I never. Oh my god. I love this stream so much. I love this channel. I love my chat.
Don't
I just
have hands. Cool Anime Girls. In My Little Pony, they have their unicorn horn is telekinesis. They don't need hands. They got telekinesis.
This is why I do what I do. This is why I do what I do. This right here.
It's gonna be clipped and then showed to Aiden,
Yes,
and then they're gonna
probably.
like find my socials and be like, "How fucking dare you?"
Probably. But that's, you know what? This is great. Oh, I love it.
I didn't
love it
even
so much.
I didn't even post that Aiden Underground My Little Pony character myself. Beckett posted it first, and when Aiden retweeted it, someone just name dropped me.
Well, no
They
offense, ma'am.
They were like,
no offense, sir, but you have a very unique art style. I'm just saying.
I
would have
know.
known that was you. I would have known that was
Well,
you.
it's not just that. This person, I remember this is when I joined Chud's server, and this person like saw me in Chud's server and was like, "Oh, it's another ACC tard. How fucking dare you exist?" And he blocked me on Twitter.
That's funny.
How long he's had me blocked? And then he just name dropped me. He's like, "There's a degenerate named Beetlepins that draws this for Beckett."
Beckett!
I'm like,
oh, he said that. Okay, I was gonna say Beckett. You better
he
not
said
have
that.
No, I'm kidding.
No, it was the person from Chud's server.
That's funny. Well, you know what? The Diesel one though, I gotta say, the Diesel one is super cute. It is.
I really
the
like the
one is
Diesel.
really cute.
Medley wanted me to make him a unicorn, and I forgot.
Oh, You still gonna make him a unicorn? You still want to do that?
No, it's too late.
Aw, dang it! No, you should do it. I
Oh,
think that'd be funny. I think that'd be cool. Oh, come on, a goblin unicorn.
okay.
Hello, that'd be amazing.
Okay, look, the horror artist in me would do that, but not in the way that you think.
Well, I'd still love to see it. Okay, I still like
Clean.
it. But
I used to only draw gore stuff and like horror shit, and I never posted it because it's like, what if they think I'm a serial killer and they call my school?
no, no one thinks that you're well. No, no, he wouldn't do that. No.
Oh, I get
No,
it.
listen. There's a market for that kind of thing out there. I'm just saying.
She
just
got
saying.
Meat Canyon.
Yeah, that's
know.
true. Yeah.
I could go on a
Yeah.
tangent about Meat Canyon. I
Meat
love that guy,
cannons.
but like
Meat
his
cannons are
sponsors. Do you know?
Ooh.
Do you know about his sponsor?
Maybe remind me.
His sponsor for like 4 years has been Bad Dragon,
Yes.
and he even has his own quote unquote toy that glows in the dark. It's,
Bruh,
and
that's amazing.
you can look
No.
up Papa Meat Bad Dragon, and he's like posing with the toy in his hands like it's a 1980s
Yes.
like
Bruh, that's yes, because I've seen his I think it was Nerdy John. Nerdy John had shown me a picture of like what his set looks like on stream and of the different art that he has. Oh my god. That is
yeah
incredible.
Oh man, why am I on a watch list? What did I do?
It reminds me of Pee Wee's Playhouse in a way. It's kind of like Pee Wee Playhouse.
Oh yeah, he gets in his more recent like productions, he has puppets now that like are fully movable, and you can my
That's
favorite thing is
amazing.
that the people that made those like puppets they make progress videos to see how it was made, and I really liked watching those.
That's really cool. Yeah, I do too. Those are neat. Now, some people would be like, well, that ruins the magic. Well, you know what? For people that are inquisitive like us, it's cool. All right?
Dude, that's the entire reason why I watch like old like horror movies and like Splatterfest films.
Yeah.
Terrorize like the Terrifier, for example, that one's a recent one, but all of their special effects are practical effects. So it's all done by like hands. There's no CGI or anything, and I find that really
so
interesting.
Yeah.
And the guy that plays the Terrifier, I forget his name currently, but he's he's a really sweet guy, and he was really funny in the bloopers of the first movie. There's videos of him learning how to ride the tricycle for that one scene, and I keep laughing every time I watch it. He's trying his best.
Yeah. No, I like watching stuff like that too. It's really neat. It's really cool. And
None of my family members will watch it.
I
And
would.
I
My
don't
sister
have a
and I would
car,
watch
so I
it.
can't go to the theater. I
My
can't go.
sister
I
and
would
I
go
would
to the
watch
theater
that
by
in a
myself.
heartbeat. Well, I'm sure that you probably heard. Speaking of like horror and stuff, were you a big fan of David Lynch? Did you like his stuff or know of him very well?
David Lynch, I did like. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to refresh my memory. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I liked his the 1980 film I remember watching was The Elephant Man. That one I really liked.
You know who produced that movie? The one and only Mel Brooks.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
I didn't know that
Oh
until a couple
fuck.
years ago. I have. It's
Dude.
been a very
Legend.
hot minute since I've seen The Elephant Man or Eraserhead.
Eraserhead was good.
Eraserhead, I can't do. One and done. No. The Elephant Man, I probably could do again. I probably could. It's been a hot minute since I've seen it, but I probably could watch that again. I'd probably bawl my eyes out, but
Oh.
the other one, yeah, he was a very unique director and a very unique creator. Yes.
I would watch a lot of I would watch a lot of gory films because I was always like extremely interested in all of the prosthetics and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of the more current ones, they aren't as good because a lot of them just use CGI, but that's boring.
Yeah, that is super boring. I
Boring.
agree.
That's
I
like the
agree.
easy way out, especially like Saw 3D where the blood was pink.
Bruh. That's amazing. No, I agree. Bring back old school effects. I 100% agree. Bring them
That's why I
back,
loved
man.
Terrifier so much. You know what was another like really good movie?
Yes.
I got one of my friends to get high to watch this movie, and I
Oh
didn't
boy.
tell him literally anything about this film. I made him watch Titan,
That one I don't
and
know.
it's like the most. Okay, so one reason why you probably have not heard of it is because it's a French film. All right, so that's how
Okay.
you know it's gonna be. So it's about a woman who, it starts as a child driving a car, and she's like annoying the shit out of her dad. And so he takes off the wheel to tell her to stop, like put on her seatbelt, and the car crashes and she has to get a metal plate in her head. Um and then that makes her attracted to cars romantically. And then you see her later in life and she becomes a stripper at like a car place, and she ends up having sex with a fucking Cadillac. And she gets pregnant by the Cadillac. So then the entire film is her getting like pregnant in like 4 weeks, and she has like a weird car metal baby.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah. And
Excuse
then
me,
like
what?
later there's two sex scenes where they have like sex with a car, not in a car, with a car. And the first one was a Cadillac and the other one was a fucking fire truck. It's a really unhinged movie.
I. You know what, though? In all actuality, that does not surprise me. That concept for a movie, that does not surprise
Eighty
me.
percent 80% of it is just because of course it's a French film. 80% of it is like nudity and like full nudity, and like I think there's a lesbian sex scene in there, but that's like it comes like right before my favorite scene where where she's like a serial killer too. I forgot about that. She's a serial killer before she fucks the car, because like a fan comes in and she takes a chopstick out of her hair and she like stabs him in the ear because
Bruh.
he wanted to like date her. But then like she becomes friends with one of the other strippers who's a lesbian, and she takes her to this house, and
Oh
like
my
there's like
god.
four other people there, and she kills the other one of the guys that was there by stabbing him in the foot with a fire poker. But then she like shoves a stool barred like leg into his mouth, and then she fucking sits on the stool
Dude.
and like breaks his jaw. And I don't know, I laughed so hard when she just sat on the stool, like she's like, I'm tired of this shit. Dude, like just sits on the stool after she killed a motherfucker.
Oh my
The
god.
stool. It's like a
Wow.
really uncomfortable movie though, but like the special effects was really good.
So this
If you
is
get high watching this movie, it's hilarious.
Titan. Is that it? Because Cool Anime Girls
Yeah,
was asking. Is Titan
yeah,
okay?
it's called Titan. It's just Titan with an E at the end. That's it. That's how you spell it.
Okay. All right. We'll have to see if
It's
I
like a
can.
2 hour movie, and again,
Oh
it's
boy.
all in French. But
Hmm.
here's the kicker: they barely speak in the movie. It's barely there's like notes. It's like a almost complete silent film. Another
Hmm.
part that made me laugh was when she gets found out that she got found out for killing people and like setting a house on fire and stuff. She tries to escape, and she's like, "Wait, I can disguise myself as a missing child from 20 years ago." And so as a result, she looks at the child that like looks the least like her, and she spends time in the bathroom trying to break her nose to make it look like the boy.
What is this movie? Oh my
Don't
god.
know. It's so funny.
What is this fucking bro? Oh my
I had
god.
to we were gonna watch Terrifier 3 instead of that movie, but
Love
he was
that
going
movie.
on a binge,
I want Arthur to
a
be my
weed
best friend.
binge.
As weird as that sounds, I want Arthur to be my best friend.
I
I
would
want
be
him to
his
be my
friend.
best friend. Yep.
I want to
Totally
be his
would.
friend. He would be
Yep.
cool. As
He
long
would
as
be
he
cool.
doesn't spread shit on the walls, it would be fine.
True. True. Yeah.
That's the only problem I have with him. I don't care about him killing it. Just don't. Come on, man. What the shit? What the shit?
Don't hurt animals and don't spread shit all over the wall. Those are the two rules right
Honestly,
there.
those are
Yes.
two rules. I
Yeah.
I love clowns too. I would let him play with my. I have a Santa bear. That's the clown one. I would let him have that one.
Oh. Well, you know what? I used to have a somewhat of an aversion to clowns when I was younger, when I was a kid. I think most kids did. But now I don't really, they still kind of creep me out a little bit, but not as much as what they did. And one of the
I don't
reasons
know
why
why.
I no longer have such an aversion to clowns is because of our wonderful bunny. That is why. She is my
Yes.
favorite clown in the entire universe and always will be. We stand Bunny in this house. So yes, I love Bunny.
Mm.
You know
I
you know who I'm talking about,
always
right?
loved clowns.
Somebody loves you. You know who I'm talking about, right?
I know that person. Yeah. It took
Yeah,
me a
Bunny's
minute.
the best. Bunny's the best. Yes, I love Bunny.
I learned to love clowns. This is gonna sound really offensive to somebody. I I learned to love clowns when I was older because of drag queens.
Hmm.
Like
Okay.
there's a few like comedy queens, like one of the really old ones is Lady Bunny. And
Oh
she's a really funny
yeah.
lady. Yeah.
Yeah. I know who you're talking
And like a
about.
lot of and there's a lot of comedy queens out there that are really funny to watch. And some of them
Yes.
literally dress as clowns and I respect that.
Yep.
But as a kid, I remember I also loved clowns. I would collect like clown dolls of like there were these little figurines I would find in thrift stores occasionally of like these little cats dressed up as clowns and they were just having the time of their lives. But like
That's
real
adorable.
clowns freaked me out, but everything revolving around clowns I loved
Yeah.
except for like real life ones.
Fair. That's fair. Well, let me ask you this, and then I'll get to my last bit of questions here, and then we'll show off some art. We're
Alright.
gonna, yeah, we're. I know we going on 3 hours. I mean, we could go for like another three, I bet, but
Probably.
we
Yeah.
all got shit to do. I'm sure, and I don't want to keep you too
I
long.
have a doctor's appointment, damn it.
I gotta work tomorrow. Yay me! Gotta do adult stuff. But so let me ask you this: so in the short amount of time that I guess that you've been more so involved, I'd say, in commentary or around commentary, what makes you want to stay? Is it just like the people that you got introduced to, or what makes you like commentary so much?
I well, I originally liked them just because they were good background noise and they're
Fair,
just funny to listen to.
fair.
Um, but now I kind of just like messing with them a little bit. I
That's fun, isn't
I
it?
like
I bet.
because it is. I like being able to draw people as cursed things, but not like
Oh my god, you and
freaky
Squatchy would
like
get along so well. Oh my god, the both of you would get along
it's
so
hard to
well.
explain.
You two would
I
be best
like I
friends.
don't like drawing like completely I have like this weird aversion to drawing like people in like a bad light cuz I feel bad. So
Mm-hmm.
why do that when I can draw them as ponies or Care Bears where it's completely harmless?
No, and I get that.
And not
I
like
get that
making fun of how
wholeheartedly.
they look.
No, and I get that 100%. Yeah, but I'm telling you right now, you and Squatchin would be best friends. Because she would,
Hmm.
because she, I love her, and I know that I mentioned her earlier. I love my Squatchin, and let me show you why. And you saw some of the art that I pulled up of hers earlier. Now, Squatchin has been around for quite a while, and I know that she's probably going to yell at me about this later if she sees this. But you know what? I'm promoting you, ma'am. I don't care. So, Squatchin is one of my homies, and she's also one of the co-hosts. She just hasn't been able to be around for a while. She's been busy with other things. But one of the things that she's also known for, and I mentioned this earlier, is making somewhat of cursed art, right? And the Bo Black's
Right.
picture is one of them, and all that. But, oh my god, can you draw KHuck as the son? Wookie, I swear to God, you're going to get banned in a heartbeat. Stop
I'm
it.
not gonna do that. I
Stop
have
it.
standards, which is My Little Pony
So-
and Care Bears. That's my standard.
One of my favorite pieces of hers are these two right here. And you saw this earlier.
Oh.
Now, let me remind chat, for those who have not seen this or have not seen this in quite a while. Can you take a guess as to who this is supposed to be?
I don't know. I don't know who it is. It's gonna be like someone really cursed, is it? It's gonna be like...
That's Xylee!
That's who?
That's a gender bent Xylee.
No. No, why you got... Well, I mean, hey, at least you made her, like, attractive, right?
That Squatchin did this, yeah. Squatchin did this.
I was like, is that...
That
Is that,
is
like,
one
woke?
of my favorites.
Is that...
No,
Is that someone is... I
No,
thought there was like some commentator I didn't know, but if they were woke because of the pink hair.
Oh, fair. No. Well, okay, so a couple years ago, right around the time that I started coming into commentary and started getting more involved and like getting to know the different creators and watching the different creators and stuff, we had a thing called the Art War. Okay? And this went on for quite a few months, and there was many different artists within our little community here who participated in said art war and made cursed art. This is one of them.
Oh no.
So, there's this one, and another one that is also one of my favorites. This one too.
Oh god. No. Wait. What's that other person? That one's is that
The one on the couch?
Yeah.
That's Matt Pitt.
Wait. Oh, okay, now I see because of the leg.
Yeah, that's Matt Pitt.
I was like, wait a minute. It took
I
me a
love
minute.
showing this to people who don't know. I love it. I love it. See, yeah, that's one of them. Those two are one of my favorites ever. Fucking
So
Squatchin.
over.
Squatchin doing the Lord's work. I love it. Well, I can tell because of the hat. And again, I've seen this piece so many times now that I just know it offhand. But yeah, isn't that great? Yeah. So
What?
we participate in a little shenaniganery over here too. It's quite
I
fun.
love doing shenanigans, dude. It's
Yeah,
so great to like be able to
it's-
mess with people.
It's hilarious. But so the more recent pictures that you have done is
Yes.
this one.
Ugh.
I love that one. I
That
love this
one-
one so much.
The sketch one I sent you, Felgi may end up commissioning me to finish that one because he thinks it's a Chad version of the chibi,
Yay!
which I think it is, but I was like, this is gonna take me too long, and I have school, so
Mhm.
I did a chibi one that took me like, I think that one took me an hour, maybe.
I love it. That's so cute. I love this. So yes, this is Fauci, guys, or Faugi. I think it's yeah, however you pronounce it. But
I
yeah,
don't
this
know
is
what it
Fauci.
is.
That's Fauci. That's our Fauci. Look at him. He's a little otter. I love it.
Oh wait,
And then this one. Okay.
Mao asked to be drawn as a platypus.
Okay, I was gonna
So I
ask.
drew him as a platypus. He said-
Okay, I was
he
gonna
made it-
ask.
I think it was after the Aiden one. He posted, "Can someone draw me as a platypus?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I drew him as
I
a
love it.
platypus.
I love it so much. Yes. This is another good one. Obviously, this one's wonderful. God, your art is amazing. Ah, makes me
And-
sick.
I have a
Um,
habit of, I have a habit of making things a little bit zesty and gay because I have this internal need to add like blush and like the eye shine, like the eyeshadow shine on everything. If I
love
don't
it.
do it, I get upset. So
Now,
everyone ends
this
up looking
one-
a little bit gay.
This one I love too. This is of the Op
It
Block.
took so long.
This is the Op Block. Now, who is who in this?
So the blue one That one's Falgi.
Okay.
The one on the tree is Cat.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
Yeah, though that one's Dew, the one with the cookie plate. That one's Dew.
Yay! I love Dew.
And then the two in front is Makari and Q.
Okay.
Not
that
Q,
one's
sorry,
Q.
Greg. That one's Greg. The one with the beer bottle cutie mark is Q.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And then the last one is Cloudy.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's Cloudy. I could tell by the hairs. Yeah. So and then this one, this one is Greg, and who is this one? I'm sorry.
That one is Makari.
Okay.
Makari.
Gotcha.
I think that's how you pronounce it.
Gotcha. I love that
I'm
one.
not
of
good
Q.
with names.
I love this. I love this so much.
Dude,
Yeah,
I didn't realize. I didn't realize how gay the Q pose looked. I didn't think about it until after I drew it. At first, it's like, why'd you make him so zesty? Why'd
No,
you make
he
him
loves
so
it.
gay?
You know what? I bet you $1,000,000 he loves it. He loves it.
He
I
probably
guarantee
likes it, but
Yes.
everyone
I've
like
known Q for a
mentioned it to
while.
me, and he's like, "Why is he posing like that?" Someone compared it to an old art meme called the Jacko pose. And I was like, please.
It just
Stop.
looks like it just looks like he's feisty and he's getting ready to pounce.
I wanted him to look like inquisitive towards the gift that Cloudy was holding.
too.
That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah, he's so spicy. Exactly. I love it.
He's just spicy.
In general.
He's not zesty, I swear. He's spicy.
He's just spicy in general. He sure is. Yeah, I love Q. I've known Q for a while. He's awesome. But one of the other picture that I promised that I would show you and show off once again, because I don't care, I'm a proud mama, is this.
Oh, that one's so cute.
This is what she did.
Aww.
Yes, for those who have not seen this, this is what Lil Huck did. Right? There ain't no way.
Very good.
She did not get this from me. Way. I'm just saying. She did not get this from me. Her art
style reminds me of mine when I was just learning. Only instead of Luffy, I was drawing Sans Undertale.
And you see legs? Yes, that was Mr. Huck taking the picture.
Yeah. Oh my god. You're basically doxing your husband by showing his knees.
I've shown off his face. I've shown off a meme that someone made of him. Someone made him into a meme.
On the fridge, I want to point out that I read Tomato and Cool Girls at the same time. So I read it as on the fridge for free.
Yes.
You have to pay
free
for
leg
that.
pics for free. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Tomato said to check the questions for guests.
Oh yes, so I do have that pulled up.
That.
Go ahead.
Thoughts on apples? I like apples. I like Honey Crisp, and I like There's these ones that I tried. That my sister had me tried called Oh shoot, they were called rose apples, and the inside is pink. But it tastes like a Granny Smith, and I was like, "Oh, cool."
Ooh, do you like the cotton candy grapes? Do you like those too? Or those too much?
I don't think so. Those are too much. I like Honey Crisp just because they're extra crunchy. A lot of the other apples are a bit soft. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, makes sense.
I like making a loud crunch when I bite into an apple.
Yes, cool anime girls. There's cotton candy grapes. You can buy grapes that are in the grocery store. They taste like cotton candy. Mm-hmm.
Oranges. I kind of like. I'm very picky because I won't eat them if they're peeled, but if they're cut, I like them.
Gotcha.
Because there's less of the skin.
Texture wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Acrylic markers. I never use them. I never used acrylic markers before. Whenever I do traditional art, it's always I sketch with a ballpoint pen, and then I watercolor paint it if I feel like it.
Okay. And Kangalop asked, how do you feel about oranges?
I just answered that. I need them cut. They need to be cut, not peeled.
I didn't catch that was about oranges. My bad. My bad. I didn't catch that was my
Uh,
I'm sorry.
no, you're okay. Tomato. If you notice in a lot of my art, I use watercolor textures in my digital art too. I just really like how it flows. So yeah, if you do digital art and you really like watercolor textures, I recommend the Monero brushes. They have a whole bunch of like texture type brushes. Uh,
Okay.
and you can get them on sale pretty often. So they're pretty useful. I use them all the time. They're like my go-to brushes to make digital art look like traditional art.
Oh, well, that's very cool. Yes, and she says thank you. You're welcome, Top Tomato. We love you, Top Tomato. All right. Okay. So here are my last few bits of questions. Are you ready? These are the tougher ones. All of them have
Oh
been
boy.
easy up until now. You ready? Here we
Oh shit. Okay.
go. So these questions, and I got to give credit where credit is due. These questions were
Okay.
created by Squatchin, and
Oh,
these are really cool questions, and I really like this. I really like these series of questions. So
okay.
we try to ask our guests who come on, or who are repeating guests, and we forget to ask these because we get caught up in conversation. These are questions that we usually ask our guests of, and we try to get different answers and see what they have to say. So,
Ooh.
first question is was there ever an event in your life that you couldn't explain?
Oh, okay. So one time I this I, one time I walked into a room and and I couldn't remember why I went there and uh I I found like I found a penny in the center of the room and it turns out a family member put it there. So when I bent down, he fucking suplexed me into a couch and I could never explain why I fell for that. I just thought it was a shiny penny, and I didn't. If it wasn't shiny, he knew I wouldn't have picked it up. So he went and got a new fucking penny.
That is so mean. I'm not sorry. I'm not trying
He
to
knew a
laugh,
regular
but
penny wouldn't do, so he got like a fresh fucking penny from the bank or
oh
something.
my god! From the fresh fucking penny from the bank. You are
And it was
killing
on
me.
Christmas.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Real quick. Olivia did ask a question. I'm sorry. She asked
Oh,
Beopin's dark chocolate with orange, yay or nay? I'm sorry. My bad,
I
Olivia. I
never
missed
had it
that.
before.
I've had
I wouldn't
chocolate
be
with
able to say
orange,
I
just
never
not dark
had it
chocolate.
before.
Dark
I
chocolate with
never had
orange
chocolate.
is okay. I
I,
prefer milk
is
chocolate.
it? I don't eat a lot of chocolate. I've never had chocolate on fruit, is what I was trying to say. I've had chocolate before, but I never had it on fruit
Oh, okay, fair enough.
before.
Fair enough.
Um,
I prefer like just either milk chocolate. Dark chocolate is okay on orange. It just depends on how it's made or who makes it, but it's not bad. It's all right. I mean, I'm not a big fan of dark chocolate to begin with, to be fair. So that's probably
oh,
why.
orange flavored dark chocolate. I never had that either.
Oh,
So
oh.
fun fact about me is I'm very picky about um any sort of food I eat for
Mhm.
obvious reasons. I don't eat any type of gummies. I don't like gummies at all. I won't eat them. Uh, I would. I only really like certain chocolate bars, and usually it's just plain chocolate bars that are dark chocolate or
Gotcha.
milk chocolate or pistachio. I really like pistachio chocolate,
Ooh.
but uh, and
Kind of
coffee
the
chocolate where
salty.
it's just dark coffee and it's just bitter.
Yeah, kind of
Yeah.
the salty sweet combo. Yeah, okay. I get
Yeah.
that.
So I would go so during Halloween, like those like childhood stereotypes where like kids steal your candy. I would
Yes.
sort out my candy and all of the candy I didn't like, which was like more than 80% of it, I would give to my siblings because I wasn't gonna eat it.
Wow. Wow. Well, I mean, listen,
It
we
was
all have our
I would
preference.
only
It's, yeah.
save Dude, I would only save the savory treats like the pretzels and like the popcorn balls. And then I would save like a Hershey bar and those chocolate crunch bars. But then nothing else. And that was like my candy.
Okay.
I never
fair
had
enough.
that before either, Olivia. I'm sorry.
Chocolate with mint
I
filling?
never
Really?
had
Oh.
Yeah, I never had it before, no. Yeah, I didn't like the smell of it when they would give us those mints at like Olive Garden, so I never ate it. I
You've
didn't
never
like the
had an
smell.
Andes mint? Oh, that's a shame.
No.
Those are so
I'm
good.
sorry, Olivia. I'm sorry. I don't I I'm very picky.
No, it's all
I,
right.
I
It's okay. I mean, you gotta try. Would you be
I,
open for trying it, maybe, just to see how you like it, or no?
I probably would. It's just if something smells weird and I don't trust it, unless it's my sister who will like violently peer pressure me into into eating it, I won't eat it. She like a good example is fish sauce. Is fish sauce smells very stinky, but it
Yes.
tastes the exact opposite. So
Yeah.
my sister like poured it on my noodles without telling me, and I could smell it, but she's like, "No, it's just mine." So then I ate it, and I was like, "Oh, that doesn't taste bad." And then she told me what it is, and the smell like made me gag. You know, we're going off topic again. I
Yeah,
go on
it's
these long
okay.
rants every time you
It's
ask a question.
okay. It's all right.
I'm
It's
sorry.
okay. It's okay. All right. Second question. If you can go anywhere in the world, any time period, where would you like to visit?
Oh, um, okay, so, I've never, okay, so this is another thing about sheltered, alright? I never been outside of my town,
Hmm.
like my state, I should say. I guess you can count Canada, but it was like still Michigan. It wasn't deep enough in Canada for it to be literally any different from Michigan, because it's like right outside the bridge. Um, but uh, there's in Michigan there is a black zone that I would love to visit,
A
where
black
there's um yeah, so I think that's the word for it. Where there's no lights around and there's no like internet around, so when it's nighttime you can fully see all of the shot all like literally all of the stars that are out, and you can see like almost everything on the night sky. Everything, it's pitch black because there's no lights being able to touch that area, and there's only like a small part
Oh.
of those areas that are around. And my dad, he got to take a motorcycle ride all the way down there to see it, and I always wanted to see it. I would also like to go to um eh, this is also Jesus. I want to go to a chicken farm. I really like chickens.
Really? Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
For my mom took me to some one of her work friends' house where they had chickens, and the entire time I would chase them and I would be able to pick them up without them screeching or scratching me, and I would just sit in the corner and I would be petting them or walking around with them, and someone would like come up to me and ask, who who are you? Wait, how are you picking up these chickens? Do you live here? I'm like, no, I just like chickens. And like people want pictures with me because I could pick up chickens.
That is too
There's a
cute.
picture of me holding a chicken. There's a picture, I was like 16. There's a picture of me holding a chicken. And there's like a big wet spot on my hoodie because I stuffed a water bottle in there. And while I was chasing, I face planted and broke the water bottle.
Oh no. Oh
And I was like, are people gonna think that I pissed myself? Or do they know that it's a water bottle?
no. I mean, it's a guessing game
Not
at
random
this
people.
point.
A bunch of my mom's coworkers had that picture. I don't know if they kept that on their phone, but it was
That's
like people that
funny.
my mom knew, but I didn't personally know. Dude, those chickens were so clean. I want a pet chicken after that. And I collect chicken things. I have a lot
Oh,
of chicken and
okay.
rooster items. I
Nice.
don't
Nice.
know why. I just like them. They're silly.
Hey, Hey, I mean, hey, we all have our thing. I have a whole bunch of Disney figurines that are upstairs in my curio cabinet that I collected over the
Oh,
years. Mhm. Yep. And I may or may not have, oh, I don't know, countless Zelda stuff and Nintendo game stuff and video game stuff in my
oh
basement
yeah.
currently. That may or may not be a thing. Yeah, no, we're not nerds in this house. No, not at all. So,
Oh
um,
no.
okay, those are good answers. That's a very good answer. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the most interesting thing you've read or seen this week, either commentary related or world events? Don't
This
say
week,
Destiny.
no, I didn't watch anything about that yet. Uh, uh, I, my sister, she was watching Turkey Tom's video earlier about it because she used to watch Destiny all the time, and she was around during all of the dramas, but she was just like, well,
Mm,
I mean, everyone kind of knew he was a man horse, so who cares? And then as soon as she found out about like the revenge porn shit, she was like, ugh. I would say,
yeah, it's
I mean,
gross.
I finished. Okay, I read a lot, despite being online all the time. I recently finally finished a book called the Bedside Book of Birds, and it's just a big informational book about birds and the meanings behind them from like mythologies and like cultures.
Hmm.
And um I'm gonna go into like a long 4-hour autistic rant about every page, but it's a really good book. I got it on sale. Recommend it. And that's
I
the
love you.
it's the interesting thing I read. There was a page about I think the mythos around owls and like the and I thought that was really cool. I mean, people can look at my Twitter and see I like birds. I spent a month drawing them straight. Like they
Well, that explains your chicken fast, or why you like chickens too, and a little bit of your chicken fascination
I
there a
like
little bit.
chickens for a lot of reasons. I could okay, look, there's three animals I could spend hours ranting about to you, and those are hermit crabs, uh
Ooh, that's a good one.
chickens, and I know a ton about rabbits.
Hmm.
I know a lot about rabbits, and I all know them from like as in I wanted them as a pet at one point, so I did extreme research on everything.
Nice. That's no, that's hey, that's cool. You never know when something like that may come in handy. You never know.
Dude, it
You
never
never
comes in
know.
handy. Sometimes I'll just be reminded about hermit
Well,
crabs
I'm
while
just
I'm in the
saying.
car, and my mom my mom listens to like a 30-minute talk about hermit
That's
crabs.
funny.
And it's the same
Oh,
conversation she heard for like the fourth
I
time
love
this
it.
year because I randomly remember it.
Well, she's your mother. That. I mean, yeah. I love it. I love it though. I do. That's so sweet. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. All
I
right,
got
here we go.
I
Two
have
more. Two more.
oh boy.
Here we go. Okay. What's your favorite place to eat or type of cuisine? I think you mentioned it earlier. Part one of them anyway. But don't mention it if it's a restaurant. Don't mention it if it could potentially dox you, or if you feel like it's going to be too personal.
Eh, I really like hot pot.
Yes.
That's one of
Yes.
my favorite foods.
You mentioned that
Hot
earlier.
pots.
Yes.
There I won't name the place, but recently we went to a new place that was around the area, and I think they had other chains, but they're not hot pot, but they were next door to a hot pot, so we went there instead. And they did a Chinese version, I think, of hot pot, where instead of it hot pot's already kind of Chinese because it's Lao pot, but uh they have it's kind of like hot pot in the sense where you take all of the ingredients, but instead of you cooking them in your hot broth, they'll cook it for you and bring it back.
Hmm.
And when we went there, it's like a small restaurant, and I think apparently it's mostly like people of like from China and Korea and all there that go there to eat and get the other things on the menu. But when I came in, I saw that they had roast duck, and I was like, oh crap, I gotta get that. So I got an entire half of a roast duck, and I ate all of it. And the waitress, she was really nice. She gave us double the coupons because she's like, I never see Americans eating the other things on the menu. They always come for the hot pot thing. I was like, oh.
Mm.
Neon Treon, hot pot is where you pick out a broth, and you get to make a little dipping sauce. And the things you order is a bunch of is you get to pick out all of these ingredients, and they're all raw. And then once you get your pot of hot broth, it's usually on like a little stove, and you cook the food in that broth, and then you dip it in your sauce, and then you eat
Yeah,
it.
I would like to try that
It's
sometime
very
too.
tasty.
I've
I
heard that that's
highly
really good.
recommend
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I've wanted to try
There's
that.
a
I
lot of
do.
good places around.
Yeah, I'll have to see if we have anything like that around here. I'm sure that we probably do, but I'll
Probably
have to see if
do.
we.
It's just it's maybe like it may be like a little bit away, like 30 minutes or something. Like there's none here like locally, but
Mhm.
there's some like just in like the next town or so.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm sure that we probably. Yeah, I'm getting hungry too, Top Tomato. I'm right there with you. Um. Okay, last question. Last question. Here we go. You ready?
Oh boy. Okay.
What are your top 5 favorite movies of all time? And if you don't have a top 5 favorite movie, top 5 favorite TV shows.
Oh, let's see here. Um, oh shoot. That's a toughie. That's a toughie one. Eh. Well, now I have to think about that one because I watch a lot of movies.
Is a horror more
Shoot.
so your genre? Would you say was that fair?
It is. Yeah, that's like the only movies I watch, and now I have to like lower the amount. I've watched so many, dude. I
Okay,
watched so many.
here we go. Oh, I don't know. I'm just thinking. I'm literally just thinking off the top of my head, although chat probably won't believe me. Ghostbusters.
No, I like there's one specifically that I'm trying to think of. I got it. Ichi the Killer. That's a good one.
Ooh.
I really recommend that one. Ichi the Killer. It's from 2001, and it's about a sadomasochist from the Yakuza.
Oh.
And it's a very good film. I really
Okay.
like it.
Okay.
Um, uh, this one I like because it's so out there. Uh, Planet Terror.
Okay.
Do you know that one? Do you know Planet Terror?
I
It,
think
it's the
so.
it's the girl who has the amputated leg that's just a fucking gun. It's a fucking
Yes.
AK-47.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That
Oh
one's really
Jesus.
good.
Quentin Tarantino.
I
Oh
really
my
like
God.
it.
I swear there will never be any other director like Quentin Tarantino. Just saying. There
It's a good
yeah.
movie. I love that
That's
one.
yeah. Oh God, I haven't seen that in a hot minute. Oh my God, that's been a long time.
Yeah, I really liked. I would say Terrifier 1 made it to my like top 5 too.
Hmm.
Terrifier 1 was like the only thing I had a problem with it was one of their marketing tactics where they brought a bunch of people in and didn't tell them that they were coming to watch the Terrifier, and that's where the rumor about the ambulance thing comes in. Is because they didn't tell the people watching it that it was going to be that kind of movie. Which I
Yeah,
don't
that
agree,
can.
because a lot of people can't handle that type of movie, you know? Not a lot of
Yeah,
people like go in to expect to see it. And
that's a
that's why
little
there was like
much.
people going away with like leaving vomiting and stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
That scene
that's
was
a little
very
much.
impressive though. Because that girl was able to like stay upside down for like a whole hour. That
Oh God, there ain't
that
no
actor
way.
is that like takes
Ugh,
that takes guts. Oh, okay, here's another really good movie that I like because of the
go
cheese
for it.
factor.
Go for it.
Frankenhooker. Frankenhooker.
That
That's
one
a
does sound
really good
familiar to
one.
me too. I'll have to look that one up. Hold on, let
Uh,
me see if I can find
It's
that. Hold
a
on.
it's a 1990s film. Um, it's just it's one of those movies that where it's like you're not surprised that it's a thing, but the way it's executed is what you're surprised about.
No, I've never heard of this.
Really, I really
No.
it's really funny. It's really funny. It's a good movie.
Okay. All
It's
right.
good in the sense where it's so bad it's good. It's amusing.
Oh, I'm totally down for movies
Uh,
like that. Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. I'm totally
See
Yeah,
here.
I'm totally
I,
down for that.
yeah, I really liked Saw 1. Saw 1
Oh,
was
yes.
that was my
Yes.
first horror movie ever. I watched it
Mhm.
when I was like 10 or 12.
Mhm.
Um, it was I really liked it. I'm gonna
That
keep
is
saying that.
yeah. Mhm. No,
uh,
Saw was one of my favorites too. Yes, absolutely.
like the second one is pretty good too, but I feel like when it becomes a third, look, the best part about Saw 3D was the fact that they had the musician from who is that guy? He's the I can't believe I forgot his name. Never mind. And I think the last one, dude, the last one is hard because there's so many that I could put in there. Um, uh, wait, okay, so there's a horror movie that was based kind of around I remember this one also being pretty cheesy, but there's this one based around the invasive species in Michigan, lampreys, and they made a horror movie based off of the lampreys, and it's called Blood Lake. And I remember it being very cringy because I remember watching it in science class because my science teacher had lampreys. And if you don't know what they are, they're like these weird eel-like fish, and they have like 20 billion rows of teeth, and they'll latch onto fish
Ooh.
and they'll like stay on it and they'll like suck out their insides.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, and like people, and they're like extremely invasive in the Great Lakes, and there's like videos of people finding these fuckers, and they're like, "See, look how cool this is," and they'll like latch it onto their face, and I'm like, "What?
Oh my
Hello?"
god. Oh my god.
I don't know. They're
Wow.
terrifying, but I love lampreys so much. They're horrible to the environment, at least where they're in, but they look so freaky. The like my teacher, he had them in a tank, and I remember they jumped out of the tank, and the teacher got mad at me, but I impulsively like picked them up with my bare hands, and it latched onto like my wrist, and I was just happy that I
No.
got to hold them. I
Oh
was
my
just happy I
god.
got to hold them. Those are my
Wow.
friends. I didn't tell
Wow.
anyone about that when it happened because I didn't want the teacher to get in trouble because it was my fault that I wanted to pick them up without
Fair.
gloves. But I didn't want them to die. I didn't want them to get. I know they're invasive, but they were just little guys that were like 10 feet long.
They're just little guys. Yeah. No, I. Oh
I
man.
really
No.
like
Mhm.
it didn't latch on like all the way. You know, I don't have a scar from it or anything. They didn't it takes them a while to like fully latch on like that. So it was just like a little red
Ah,
ring I got.
gotcha. Gotcha. Well, thankfully they didn't latch on. Thank God for that.
No.
Yeah. But all right, my dear.
I was really scared of them as a child though, 'cause like they're like leeches. So
Mhm.
my friends would be like, "Don't go into the Great Lakes or you'll get giant leeches that'll suck out
Oh
your
God.
insides."
Oh God. And
Cool
Calamity
Anime
Girls,
Girls
I
wants
did
the
not
Fortnite
forget.
song.
Yes, she does. I was gonna say, let's end it with the Fortnite song. Here we go. You ready?
Okay.
All right, here we
Okay,
go.
hold on. I need to I need
All
to
right.
remember the lyrics. It's been eons.
It's okay. If you need to look it up,
Fortnite
go ahead.
Kid lyrics. Yeah, there it is. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, this is Chug Jug with You by Leviathan.
Okay.
I regret my decisions of existence. Um, number one victory royale. Yeah, Fortnite, we about to get down. Get down. 10 kills on the board right now. Just wiped out Tomato Town. My friend just got down. I revived him. Now we're heading southbound. Now we're in the Pleasant Park streets. Look at the map and go to Mark Sheets. Take me to your Xbox to play Fortnite today. You can take me to Moisty Mire, but not Loot Lake. I really love to. Chug Jug with you. We can be pro Fortnite gamers. He said, "Hey broski, you got some heals in a shield pot? I need healing and I'm only at 1 HP. Hey dude, sorry. I found nothing on this for sorry. I checked the upstairs of that house, but not the underneath yet. There's a chest that's just down there. The storm is coming fast and you need heals to prepare. I've V-Bucks I shall spend more than you can contend. I'm a cool pro Fortnite gamer. Cool pro Fortnite Take me to your Xbox to play Fortnite today. You can take me to Moist Mire, but not Loot Lake. I really love to chug jug with you. We can be pro Fortnite gamers." Can that end there? Do you want like the full 3 minutes?
Yay! I think that's good. Cool Anime Girls, are you good with that? Is that
Are
good?
you satisfied? Are you satisfied with my suffering? That's gonna be
That can
clipped
end
now,
there,
and it's gonna
okay.
be used as someone's intro song.
Yay! No, that's
No.
awesome. Yay! Oh, Olivia said
You're
the full
welcome.
thing. No, we'll leave it here.
You didn't give the $2, Olivia.
No, and she desires the full song. That's funny. No, that's awesome. Well, yay! I'm glad that we ended it on a good note. Well, I knew we would anyway.
I'm not singing the Bo Black's Black Lives Matter. Okay, I'm not doing it.
Bruh. I heard that song for the first time when Augie came back, and I'm like, oh my god.
Oh no.
That song is so bad, but it's
Why
so
did your
good.
jaw drop? Nintendo Mail. It's the reason. Is it because of the pain, or is it because I sound like the guy who sings it?
I don't know. Maybe it was because
People.
you knew the full song. I don't know.
Listen. You know what's funny about that? I never played Fortnite in my life.
I have a few times. It's fun.
I was gonna play with some friends at one point, but by the time I finished it, they got offline, so I never opened it again.
Gotcha.
No, your scooter injury.
Oh yeah, he broke his hip. Did you hear
Oh
about this?
no.
Yeah, he.
No, I didn't.
About a week or so ago now, I think maybe. He was riding his scooter and he unfortunately broke his hip in the process.
I'm sorry.
He thought that he broke his foot too, but it just turns out that he just broke his hip. So he's got 1 week to go. I hope that you're okay, dude. That sucks.
I hope recovery goes well. Yeah. Someone in my knitting class, they needed like a full surgery on their knee, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
I can't even imagine.
My dad needed to get surgery on his knee, and now it like cracks really loudly and aggressively whenever he walks, and it's like, oh fuck.
Knee surgery in and of itself is just like anything having to do with your knees can be so tricky to fix, and just like your meniscus or anything like that, it can be so hard to fix. I've heard it's just it's so painful too.
Dude. See, that's where the doctors lose, because I remember when I was a kid on the internet, there were these fucking surgery games, and I'd perform the best goddamn knee surgery you could ever do. Full high score.
Well, there you go.
I think you just need better doctors, bud.
Oh my goodness me. Well, thank you so much, Beetle. This has been so much fun. I'm so happy that we were able to make this happen, and I'm so happy that you were willing to come on and talk with us. Do you have anything that you want to promote real quick, or anything going on?
My commissions are open. You can DM me if you really want one. Chibis, which are my cheapest option, are like about $24. So if you want to be a pony or a Care Bear or just a regular fucking guy but little, then give me $20. I'm real fast. I get it done in like a day. So, and I'll use it. I'll use it responsibly with my knitting needles.
That's funny.
Dwala.
Yes,
Come on, give me some dwalas.
Yeah.
$20.
Mods, Could you please link his Twitter in the chat? I would greatly appreciate it. You are amazing. Thank you so much for coming on here tonight. Please don't be a stranger. Of course, I'm sure that you'll probably be around. I hope. But yeah, no, this has been a lot of fun, and I'm so happy that, like I said, that we were able to make this happen. So, mods, please promote Mr. Beetle as much as possible, and we will talk to you again here soon, sir. Thank you so much.
Bye. If you ever want me on again, I can do it.
Okay, we'll do. Bye, Beetle.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Oh, that was so much fun, chat. That was so much fun. That was so much better than I thought it was going to be. That was so great. Thank you again, Beetle, for coming on tonight. I appreciate you, and everybody in chat. Thank you for coming out tonight. Thank you for the donations, and thank you all to my lovely members and to everybody. You guys are fantastic. I will try to be back Thursday, briefly. For a little bit on Thursday. I'm not sure yet. Still gonna try to figure out what we're gonna do. I'm still kind of researching the Destiny stuff, so I'm still looking into it to see if I even want to remotely touch it. So we'll see how that goes. If be on the lookout, but yes. So I don't know yet what the plan is for the rest of the week yet, but we'll see. So. But again, thank you to Beetle. You are a treasure. This was a lot of fun, and I'm really happy that we were able to make this happen again. So, mods, please link Beetle's Twitter in the chat, and yeah, go support Mr. Beetle and do all of the things. So, but yeah, I will see you guys again tomorrow night on the Zelda Cast with Burn, 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern, and I'll see you back here on this channel, probably either Thursday or Friday, and yeah. So, you guys all have a great night, and we'll talk to you guys again soon. Thank you again, guys. Bye.